I'll argue that is a poor choice of words on their behalf. I will say that, but
yes, right.
I think
mad.
what they should have said is more so we're looking to revive a lot more older properties like Mega Man.
Right.
Like, I think that's what they should have said.
I said, you know what? I'll pull it up.
To be
because
fair, they have. Sorry.
I said it on Twitter real quick, and I'll get my exact words on that. So give me 1 second, okay?
She has the song with it. Oh my.
Okay, you know what? Fuck this.
Is the podcast canceled or?
Who said the podcast was canceled?
No, he just says fuck this in general. Like, we don't know what he's doing. We don't have a webcam.
Yeah.
Oh, we know he's fighting.
The only reason why I bothered to pause it is the only reason why I took it off is because apparently every time there was a technical issue, that was a problem for you. So.
I have ADHD of all the autism spectrum.
I have ADHD, bro. Smug has autism. You're not special.
Jackets.
I'm ADHD too.
Join the club. We've got jackets.
Wait, hang on. I just undeafened, and the first thing I hear is Smug has autism. You're not special.
You know.
Oh, hi, Smug. What'd you get here?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Autumn Colors podcast. My name is the art Sozo-sha, and joined with me are the funny one.
Who? Who's the funny one?
Just turn that among yourselves.
I think it's me, so I'll just introduce myself because I'll take that prideful. But hi, I'm Smug Skyla. I am the gender-bent version of the Allied Master Computer.
I guess I'm going in.
If we're going in order of everything on the couch. Hello, my name is PK or PK Plays. I am a 19-year-old struggling with college and trying to just live life and just
My name is Obsidian Dynamite, and I take pride in being right 1/3 of the time, all the time.
Okay. Hello, my name's Cyan or Cyan Mania. I'm the resident art gremlin and token Australian.
Hello, this is Arashi, and I'm the only guy desperate enough to date an AI computer.
My name is
That's a lie.
Sozo. I love to plateau.
when I destroy the entire human race, you'll survive.
If I tend to go
thank you.
AFK or if I say something weird, that's because I am with my parents.
Mood.
And my parents will ask me for things.
So, do we want to talk about the awards or do we want to talk about the reveals? Because that's like two different discussions.
I want to go with the reels first because Audio is such a great thing.
Like, I mean, you know what? If we're gonna like, cause yeah, to anyone who doesn't have eyes, just listening to this in their car, we're talking about the Game Awards that happened in 2025. And you know what? Just to kick things off, you know what we're gonna do? Let's talk about Expedition 33. Let's just get that out of the way.
Oh boy, yeah.
I'd like to say, I think they're gonna get.
I'm just saying, they had to. It's like it was so goddamn obvious that he was gonna win. Like, come on, like they even started with it. I'm like, yeah, okay, that's gonna win. I woke up the next day after the Game Awards, and I just went, who won the Game Awards? And I'm like, yep, knew it.
You know, I took down some notes when I was rewatching the Game Awards, and one of them here was just written, maybe Jeff just has a fetish for hearing the words clear, obscure, Expedition 33. Because he says it so many times during that thing.
Well, okay, do we want to just keep this like light, or do we want to get into the nitty gritty of oh boy, these are where the opinions show up?
How about I let y'all just like I'm gonna put y'all in a ring and we're gonna see what happens.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean, do you want to get into like, you want to keep this a light discussion? You want to get like deep into it or what?
Okay, so I will say that I think for the most part, a lot of what was shown at the Game Awards just was like, it relatively, I just don't think it was really like all that interesting on the whole to us, because it was like, there was, unlike last year or the year before, there were highlights, but how do I describe it? I think, no, actually, I'll pull it up.
I'll give it one more fucking try. I'll give it one more try.
That's
yeah, you know what?
Yeah, that's essentially how I feel about it. Where it's just like, I looked at this year, I'm like, okay, so it's interesting because I'll be real, I didn't give a fuck about the Game Awards at all. Like, cause it was just like, oh, it's just rigged Grammys, and maybe there's some games I'll hear about them later on down the line when they announce the videos. I don't give a
Well,
fuck.
if
But-
I remember right, the only reason that you even bothered to stream and actually watch it was because I was like, hey, do you guys want to watch it with me? Because I'm going to watch it regardless.
That was
Yeah.
partially because of it. But if you actually want to
Also,
know
drinking game.
the drinking game just
That,
happened
and it's
this
also
year.
just-
The drinking just kind of was a thing we started this year. But the real reason why, in any way, shape, or form, I started to even give a fuck about the Game Awards was, believe it or not, the first time I bothered to do this. And that was when it was the year that they were announcing, hey, we're giving out free Steam Decks to people. Because that was the only reason why I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I will watch the Game Awards for a free Steam Deck, which, I mean, anyone who's a
think
longtime
that was
fan
last
already
year.
knows how that went down, and also how my situation with that turned out. But if it was just that, I wouldn't have really given it much thought, because that was the year we saw a ton of games that have been burned in my memory. Like, that was the year Tekken 8 got announced. That was the year Hades 2 got announced. Like, and more, as time went on, it just kept going. We got Clive announced at the Game Awards. We had Guilty Gear Strive announce its DLC and a 3v3 mode. We had Okami as a sequel announced. We
I was going to
had
say, wasn't that also Onimusha, The Way of the Sword?
Onimusha, The Way of the Sword. Like,
I
there's
think that
been-
was
hell,
that was 2020.
It like the
3 or
year
4.
I think either it happened or after. Yeah, no, it was the year like I started caring about with the Steam Decks and whatnot. We had that whole Sonic Frontiers versus Genshin debate, which I'm going to get into Genshin when we come up to it, because I do have quite a bit to say about it.
You're the
But-
only person that still cares about that game.
I will get into it later. I got something I want to say. But overall, like, this was one of those things where I think it just like year after year, especially I think like last year when they had, I think, their 10th anniversary. Like,
Yeah.
that was, I think, one of, if not the best show I have seen come out of it for a while, because we had stuff like, we had announcement after announcement after announcement after, like, different events and whatnot, like Astro Bun won Game Awards, Snoop Dogg performed, like, we had a lot going on for that show. And then this year came by, and it's just like,
It's dry, I
Okay.
think is the word for it.
yeah, it was like, dude, you blew your load on everything last year, and now you've got nothing to follow up for. I just want to give
Yeah.
people
Next to
for-
nothing.
I want to give people just a rundown for like what was essentially like all but confirmed that I wrote down. So I wrote down GD Strive new season. I was hoping we were gonna get that because hey, it's the end of the year. Season 3 content should be coming up, or season 2 or whatever. Tekken 8, season 3, we just got the last character in the stage. I felt like that would be a good one. And hey, considering Harada announced his actual departure sometime before the event, I figured, hey, we would get something along the lines of DLC character, like maybe in memoriam for the original director of Dead or Alive, we would get a DLC character. We would get a Virtual Fighter character, since that's coming up with this major project and a new Virtual Fighter, like, sort of game is up already. We get Street Fighter 6 collab, because, hey, Street Fighter and Tekken have genuine history together. And my thought process was, Harada, And I was talking about this in when we were making the predictions. It was just like I want Harada. I don't want like Harada with like this standard martial arts style. No, I want funny Harada. I want them to do what Fatal Fury I think did with that one soccer player or that one football player.
Yeah, well, 2 of them, but we can get into that later.
Yeah, and it's just like I wanted there to be funny. Like I wanted, like you were talking about, hey, Harada should have the "Don't Ask Me for Shit" shirt. Obsidian, you were saying that, and I was saying, hey, why doesn't he have like a copy of Tekken Cross Street Fighter, a game that hasn't come out at all and is pretty much indefinitely canceled? His outro when he has a victory is just takes off his shade and there are another pair of shades. Like I wanted them to give.
I'm gonna be.
I think I mentioned the Tekken one, the Tekken Cross Street Fighter, but yeah.
Yeah.
Be quick.
But I genuinely, I was like,
Yeah, I'll try to, but it's dinner, so.
Yeah. All right. So I just genuinely I wanted them to go above and beyond. I wanted them to make Harada be like the epitome of what Tekken's like highlights and what people come to Tekken for. That's what I wanted. And I also wanted like
immortalize them.
Yeah, Street Fighter 6 update, another Steam hardware announcement because yeah, they already announced it, but I was hoping like, hey, maybe we can do a release date more concrete for that, and maybe a possible price tag. And that's not even to mention most of the stuff that we just went in and tried to actually like predict and everything. Like it just felt so. It felt so lacking, I think. And
if I could give it proper...
Yeah, like I'll be honest, going through it, there was only like 3 announcements in it that genuinely like, well, even then, like only 2 were announcements. One of them is just an update on a game that I already thought looked, really cool.
Yeah.
Get into it later, Phantom Blade Zero, but...
Yeah. Like if I could give this whole
Star Wars.
Show,
yeah, okay, Rashi?
If I could give this whole award show, except for like few things that caught our interest, I know Smug will get into later. Aside from all of that, it felt like a giant nothing burger.
Yeah, Smug, keep it in your pants until we get to it. But that also does bring up a interesting point. So, I don't know if people recall this, but last year, like I said, there were a lot of announcements. But I had this ongoing tradition of, okay, so I'm just going to jot down what was shown and whatnot at the Game Awards, and we can talk about it. Now, previous years, that worked out fine because we had a lot to talk about and everything. But as time has gone on, I don't know if you know this, but these fucking podcasts go on for way too fucking long because of the list that I decide to propose. So... instead of sitting here for 5 hours talking about trying to find conversations for everything that happened, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna, with the recording that was proposed, I'm just gonna go through the shit that more or less we kind of got somewhat of a reaction out of us, and just go for that. So.
Alrighty.
Since I did kind of drop off like a third of the way through it, because I had to go to bed, I'll mention there's one game in it that I don't think any of you really would have cared about, but one that kind of got my attention, so I'll mention that when it comes up, but, it was, also, and here's the even further thing, one of the games you predicted, genuinely, it was already coming pre-announcement of, hey, we want to actually, revive, Mega Man and make it part of the... I know this kind of pissed you off, Smug. Make it part of your, the core IPs that we have. And it's just
no, see, here's the thing, right? It doesn't piss me off. That's not the problem. The fact that they want to make Neo Mega Man and make it big again is not the problem. It's the fact that they're ignoring the fact that at one point, this character was your mascot for the longest time.
Yeah.
23 years, basically.
I would argue, I'll play devil's advocate. I'll argue that is a poor choice of words on their behalf. I will say that, but
yes, right. I think
what they should have said is more so, we're looking to revive a lot more older properties like Mega Man.
Right.
I think that's what they should have said.
I said, you know what? I'll pull it up.
To be fair, they have... Sorry,
I said it on Twitter real quick, and I'll get my exact words on that. So give me 1 second, okay?
Right. While she's doing that,
pull that up.
But you wanted to continue? Alright, so while she's getting it, we did leave off on Expedition 33. I do have to say, like, I mean, like, I know it is the Elden Ring of this year, essentially, but I think genuinely, it's one of those games where I feel like I can give it, like, some slack, because it's made by a team that, well, essentially, it was, like, I believe a couple people that left Ubisoft and decided to make their own game, and it was significantly better than what Ubisoft has come on in the last, let me check here, maybe 10, 20 years or so?
Yeah.
30 years? 40 years? I don't know. When did Assassin's Creed stop being good? How's that for an answer?
After Black Flag.
I like Syndicate.
Debatable.
So Syndicate's
You know what?
fine.
I will give some credit for Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. That's a fantastic Metroidvania. That's also one game in a sea of mid.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. The only contention and controversial point I have for Expedition 33 is, I know by definition it technically fits, but I do not think they should have been nominated for indie game.
Yeah, at the very least, the guy who, I forget the exact name of it, and it's a shame because it's on my wish list, but there was a nomination earlier for the picks that was up for, I think, best, like, upcoming indie game, and he bowed out of that nomination because, technically speaking, it wasn't an indie game. It was handled by a guy who had already been making
what's the name of it? I know what game you're talking about, I just don't know the name of it.
Yeah, Megabonk.
Megabonk, yeah.
Yeah, because he made, he made something other that was like, did he make Balatro?
No, I don't think it was Balatro. Here, I will look.
It was another, like, well-known indie game or something.
I can look up.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I got the tweet real quick.
Alright.
Okay, I said I understand wanting to revive the series, but it's psychotic that a franchise who was considered to be their mascot from the 80s to the early 2000s has to be talked about like it's some niche IP the company has just sitting in the corner, like Nintendo with Kid Icarus.
Yeah.
Kid Icarus only has 3 games. Mega Man has, like, well, he's got 6 or 7 different sub-series that have multiple games. That should tell you everything you need to know there.
Hmm.
Yeah.
More than 3, that's the answer.
It feels like the way they worded it was very poor, because it feels like this is some ancient series and nobody knows about or remembers that they want to make their brand identity, you know?
Yeah.
Which,
I mean, okay, credit where it's due. I think there is some truth to that because they have been letting this series die for years now. So
they are literally they're just the Street Fighter Resident Evil company now, and Monster
Street Fighter Resident Evil. Yeah.
And now
which, granted, to be fair,
like they're like them and their subsidiaries are bringing back stuff like Onimusha, fucking Okami, and now Mega Man.
Okay. Yeah, plus new stuff with Pragmata as well. You know,
they also said that they wanted to grow the Ace Attorney and Devil May Cry IPs, and that's fair because I think Devil May Cry still only has like 5 games over like what 25 years.
And Ace Attorney's not a new game since 2016, so.
Yeah.
Okay, this is unrelated because I was trying to look up the dev. The actual company that makes Megabonk is an anagram for their actual dev name. I will say that, or it's like maybe.
That's funny.
It's yeah, whatever. I looked down at the reviews, and one of them is like, I'm surprised this isn't an actual reward at the Game Awards. It's like, I will happily nominate this for a quote game you suck at award. I'm surprised that's not an actual reward at the Game Awards, but anyway. But I will say, like, my thoughts about Expedition 33, because I think we're getting a little off topic with because at this point I think we've said what we've said what we have about that whole like Capcom post and whatnot. But Expedition 33, yeah, I haven't beaten it, but if you were to tell me that the first 30 to even 40 minutes of the game, like the prologue itself, that was all the game had to it, I would not complain. I would not complain at all because the game at the beginning is done so well and so beautifully. There's so much to really enjoy that I was actually satisfied, and I'm actually kind of like, it just boggled me. It was like, wait, this game is still going? Like, that was a perfect ending to it.
Dear, and not to cut you off, but do you know what's so amazing about this game? It feels like it has like 3 different endings, because that's one of them. Another one happens like halfway into the game, and then obviously there's the actual ending of the game where the credits roll. It's like, man.
And from what Sonic has seemed to be like posting around when she was playing Expedition 33, boy, I can only guess what the second one is.
It's unfortunately, that's the thing about it, is that the game's so good is that sometimes I really wish people would just,
shut their fucking mouths.
I don't mean this is any like attack against her or anything. It's something that annoys me about the internet is that even if they don't spoil, they kind of spoil. Like,
no spoilers, but there's something that happens to him.
So something bad
wait until you get to this point.
Siri, how do I delete all of Twitter?
Right, that's where it eventually comes out to, and it's like, come on, dude. You can laugh in silence, but just let people have their time like you had your time,
Like, I will say this. Thankfully, in my time playing it, Metaphor has actually not been spoiled for me.
Metaphor is so good, but that's not here or there. That's not a game for this.
It did not have the audacity to show up like Elden Ring had the audacity to show up last year. We're not talking about Metaphor.
We are talking about
that's for the Persona 6. That's for the Persona 6.
Yeah, the game that definitely got announced.
That's another game that should have come up. Hell, Persona 6 Remake should have had an announcement here, honestly. Like,
yeah.
So, to be fair, from what we've heard of that, that's not like till 2027 anyway. So I think its announcement was just like.
But yeah,
honestly, it feels like quite knee-jerky because how brief it was. Like.
But yeah, at the same time, it's just like having that alone would have just been fine, because hey, like, a lot of games are going to be pros in the next like 1 to 2 years or so, like for 2026 to 2027, like that would have fit.
Okay, so to bring the discussion back to Expedition 33, there's another category at 1 that I have a controversial opinion on apparently, but I'm in favor of it winning that. I think it deserved Best RPG of the Year. And that really pisses off the Kingdom Come fans for some reason.
I'm going to say this from the bottom of my heart. No disrespect to the people who made it. Kingdom Come had a sequel.
Yeah, it did.
It's probably really good.
I showed you the video of the main villain having a meltdown the other day.
The main villain or the internet?
But credit to the developers.
Here's the thing. I think the reason that they got so bent out of shape and mad is because their game is not just an RPG. It's like this massive life sim too. That's so realistic and hyper grounded and everything. It's like, okay, I understand you like that, but you have to understand that is not a mass market appeal game. That's not going to win an award.
That is one of those niche games.
It is.
Yeah.
Like, kudos to the fact that it managed to get nominated alone. Like, that in and of itself is a very, that's a feat.
Yeah. That was the same thing about, was it 2023 or 2022? Xenoblade Chronicles 3 got nominated for actual Game of the Year.
Yeah, and, the DMC
Dear
got
Elden Ring came out.
nominated and it lost. Which... Yeah, I can't wait for the developer to go off saying, "Well, I got nominated for the Game Awards like some annoying child who got a cookie." But my series got nominated for the Game Awards. Oh, who fucking who? Congratulations! You're one of the several hundred games that got nominated for the Game Awards. Here's a
what's his name? Adi Shankar. God, he's a bit of a
Hopefully, I don't
twat.
want to talk about him right now. I will actually go off on a tangent. I don't want to talk about him right now.
Yeah, like,
Okay,
look,
I won't say,
see,
like,
let's talk about stuff that matters.
Yeah.
Let's talk about stuff that
Okay,
matters.
can I,
Like,
if
Yeah,
I
to
can,
get
if I can
back-
say
Can I-
something, sorry, just like, it's just like, for one last thing on Expedition 33.
Yeah.
For now,
what's
because we're probably
not
going to come back
finished?
to it. I think, like, it is, I have not played much of it. I'm similar to Sozo in that I'm just kind of at the prologue, but it is a fantastic game. Like, you can just tell from, like, you know, footage that you see, like, how everyone talks about it, from just, you know, it's one of the games where you can tell it's something special.
Yeah.
I don't think it should have been nominated for as many categories as it did, or at least one in as many, because
yeah, I will agree on that.
it's one of those things where it kind of like it makes it seem like, I don't know, we've only got so many slots for it there, and it's always and like the game of the year, best RPGs, everything get nominated.
The amount
It ruins like a lot of the
glazing.
actual events because, like, oh wow, especially when like you open with a fucking live performance of
Yeah,
a song from the
I was
game.
about-
Like,
I was about to fucking say
What
the
the-
amount of glazing that the Game
So-
Awards had for this fucking game.
Jesus
Yes,
Christ,
to
it's
go-
like it's just that pure fanboying or like fucking popularity bullshit. It's like what
Yeah.
happened with last. It's like it's almost Oscar baity, which feels insulting to say because, you know, of how the game was made and the team that made it. Because, you know,
Yeah.
but it's just like the treatment it got. You know,
Okay, so that's a problem that is with the developers or even the game
No,
itself.
that's the
full-
that's where like, the game
fault.
awards.
Like,
Like,
let's
nothing.
let's
let me
make
make
something
it
clear.
clear.
That we're not
Yeah,
putting
I-
any shade towards the developers,
Yeah,
the people
yeah.
who made it,
No,
or anything.
they're the ones.
They
They're the
are-
ones who deserve.
absolutely.
Yeah.
They deserve the
I know
fucking
you
least.
guys
This is to
you know,
J off
hats off
Kayla.
to them.
This is to J off
Right.
Kayla and
Yeah,
his
Keeley and
rigged
whatever
awards.
board
Yeah.
weirdo and whatever
I
weird
know.
board fucking selects the awards
okay.
for these. It's like
Yeah,
for the
I
team
know
themselves,
you
you
guys
know,
are.
hats off unironically. Like they are fucking cool as shit for what they did.
Yeah, like last year,
Yeah.
they fucking nominated Elden Ring DLC as an award, I think, or the year before, and
Yeah.
it's just like, look,
And seven
no
categories.
offense to Elden Ring, but dude, does the DLC need to
The
be a game?
DLC. The
Yeah, because
thing
like my
is,
stance
right?
with that is always, can you buy it standalone? No, then it's not a
Yeah.
fucking game.
It's
that
not a
should be
fucking
in
game,
this.
then, is
It's
it?
Best expansion, best
Right.
expansion or
I
ongoing
love
game.
the-
If you want to be a twat about
Also,
it.
to just finish that thought that I had on the RPG thing, it's understandable, right? I understand you're mad. You like this game, but it is niche. You have to understand that Expedition 33 is pretty much a classic Final Fantasy game in the best sense, where it actually has build variety and different moves, spells, party members, and all these other crazy cool things that old Final Fantasy games used to do,
Yeah.
right? And it's like, you're not going to be able to defeat that game in an RPG category when it's kind of harping
Yeah,
Yeah.
on the person who, you know, it's like people are like, who's better, Tolkien or Martin, right? And it's like, well, it's not really a fair comparison because
Yeah.
Tolkien made the sandbox that Martin is playing in, you know?
Yeah, it's like if you were to ask
Yeah.
me who was gonna win RPG of the year when it came out, like if it was something like I don't know, I don't remember exactly what came out with it, but like another RPG that came out with Undertale, I would have said Undertale would have won the Game Award for the best RPG.
Right.
or best
though-
debut, at least
but-
like best debut game technically.
Yeah, let's. But yeah, I want to try and keep this on track though. Like that's on me. But
I will say,
Right.
I will
They
say,
got-
Smug.
Yeah, they got
Well,
very off track. I'm not.
yeah,
I
no,
just
no, no.
wanted
I
to
will
finish
say-
my thought. Yeah.
Yeah, I will say, Smug. Like calling Kingdom Come obscure on that site is actually sold about 4 million copies. So,
Well, I know,
mean-
right? But here's
Also-
the thing.
I know, I get what you mean. I mean, like,
I mean, at the
Also,
same time, like,
comparatively, like, didn't Expedition 33 sell like 12 to 13 million? No, that's my point. You know.
I think it's like
You're
5.
not
I
gonna
think it's like
beat
5
it.
million actually. I think
you know
it's like
what?
5 million
You
actually.
bring up
from
the
what I
whole.
heard.
I brought up the whole
5,
Elden
6
Ring.
million.
You know, I'm surprised didn't get an announcement by that logic. P3's
What,
the
those
answer.
horses?
I'm surprised that
already
didn't get
out.
nominated for an award, considering they're okay with DLC.
Yeah.
Jeff, where the hell's my Xenoblade 3 Future Redeemed award?
Hey, this is
Where's my Sonic
rigged,
Frontier
Jeff.
Final Horizon,
Why do you
Jeffrey?
hate Xenoblade? Why do you hate Xenoblade, Jeff?
Yeah.
Why
It's
are
just the
you a
fucking
donkey
geese chasing
fan?
him.
Also,
Why are you
I
a donkey fan?
Also, I just realized every time that Expedition 33 won an award, it always ended the speech with "To those who come."
Why
To
do you
those who come
come?
after, for those who come after, it's the game's tagline.
Yeah.
Well, it's it's for those who come after, it's the game's tagline. It's just they're just repeating it. Not really a big deal.
Pardon me. Again.
Yeah.
So we should move on to other games too. Let's get some
That
of
are
these
not
out of the-
Expedition 33.
Oh man, we could make a whole.
So-
Man, if we love Expedition 33 so much, why don't we make a podcast episode on it?
Hey, I
Well,
would
well,
love
I've
to
not
after
played-
you guys
well, I've-
actually finish it.
Yeah.
I would love to
I've not
if you
played
guys
it, so
actually
I
Like,
guess
finish
it's
it.
be very
it's on the
quiet.
list of games I want to talk about with like in a podcast
Honestly-
when I get around to completing and everything. But
You want to know? I will say something though. I want to give my condolences to Death Stranding 2 and Ghost of Yotei for joining Spider-Man 2 and the sequels that got 7 nominations and won 0 of them.
That's the
Yeah.
problem. Okay, can we switch to Death Stranding 2 now? Because I
real
want-
quick, before we do that, I want to talk real quick about Ghost of Yotei. Shinichiro Watanabe should have been nominated for a music composer. Then I feel like it would have gotten an announcement. All right, that's all my thoughts on Ghost of Yotei, a game that I won't even bother to play. Yeah, you can continue on with Death Stranding 2.
Okay, so the thing about Death Stranding 2, right, is I know everybody probably had a bad taste in the mouth from the first game of what is this game and why is it kind of boring. But the thing is about Death Stranding 2 is it literally is the most, and I mean this in the best way, this is not a negative, this is the most Kojima game Kojima has ever made. Like, even more than Rising. There is a boss fight in this game where it's literally just you're playing like metal guitar and lightning's flying everywhere around you, okay? It's you and the other main villain. And then there's what people call the pizza boss battle, where, you know what, here's the thing, is this game is so unhinged that me talking about it kinda spoils the fun. So all I'll say is go play Death Stranding 2 when it's on sale.
Yeah, and I will also say, on that note, considering that it also technically got swept by Expedition 33, guys, go play Hades 2.
Hades 2,
Yes.
please.
Like, I will say
I've
this,
got-
I'm real glad it got a nomination for Best Action Game.
Yeah.
And it won.
Well, it
Did
won
we
more
want-
accurately.
And it won.
Oh wait, no,
we
that
wanna
was
talk-
Hollow Knight. Wait, no, wasn't that? Oh wait, no, that was.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
No,
Hollow
wait,
Knight was Action
Best
Adventure,
Action
wasn't it?
Game? No, that was Hades 2. That was
Yeah.
Okay, I'm thinking like best. I think it's like best. Hang on. Yeah, Action Games Hades. What's it called?
I don't know.
Let's
But
fuck with it.
do we want to get into spoiler territory for Hades 2 or keep it tight left?
I've only
I
started
can
just now,
make,
so
you know what?
Okay, so I'll be quiet.
I'll tell you what, like, if you guys are alright with it by, I don't know, before the year ends, we can make a Hades 2 episode now that it's fully released.
I guess there are a lot of good thoughts I want to talk about, but I do have, man, there are some minor gripes I
All I
have.
will say is... Alright, that's it, I'm stabbing you.
No, wait.
Alright, that's it, I'm stabbing you.
Okay, my mistake. No, you see, Hades 2 won Best Action Game. Hollow Knight won Best Action Adventure Game.
Oh, you
My
did
mistake.
two different
It's different.
Yeah,
There is a difference, obviously. Yeah, there's an adventure
you
in
can't
it.
say Metroidvania or Nintendo would have their balls, okay?
Yeah.
I think excuse me, it's search action.
Yeah, but
It's more along the
Actually-
lines of Ori and the Blind Forest, a game that came out well after Metroid and Castlevania.
Oh my god.
Whatever.
I can tell y'all don't
Which
shower.
It's
that's
two-
also
it's half
something I
12 at
would
night.
love
Why
to
would I
talk
shower
about,
right?
you guys.
It's half
If
12.
you guys-
It's half past midnight. Why would I be showering?
So, like, here, this is kind of off topic, real quick, but this is just to, like, for like 2 minutes, really quick, gauge your reaction. Has anyone here beaten Lords of Shadow, the Castlevania game?
I haven't got the game yet.
I played a bit. I played like an hour or two of it, but I've lost my copy of it because that was a while ago.
Okay, never mind.
I know how it ends,
My
but-
experience with Castlevania is very minimal, and you could probably guess why.
Because I've still not gifted you the Dominus collection. Gotcha.
Don't make him play the Dominus collection
insert,
first.
no. It's trauma.
Okay, no.
It's trauma related, but moving on from that.
Huh. Okay, anniversary
I hate
collection.
my mom. There's your answer to that.
Okay, moving on.
Anyway, but we were talking about it earlier. How about let's talk a little bit about Hollow Knight Silksong, the game that fucking spat in the face of AAA's by being $20.
Oh, that's amazing.
Holy shit.
£16 here. That's fucking insane for what type of game it is.
Like
$20 and broke all 3 stores.
Yeah, broke the storefronts.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, the
That
game.
had been in development for who knows how long.
I have not
seen
that happen since fucking Steve came out for Smash Bros.
It is the Kim Kardashian of the fucking video game fronts of breaking the goddamn stores.
It's mid? Oh, something said Silksong's mid. Put it.
Well, it does have bile water.
It does have bottled water. There is that one frog boss, okay?
Oh god.
You know, it's an A tier for me in that case. I think S tier's pushing it a bit.
This game
I'm only
started
half
as an
joking.
S tier, but that frog boss brought it down to a B tier. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, like that game. To be fair, that game, if you don't, I kind of made the mistake of not playing Hollow Knight 1. Like I've seen summaries, but not played it that
Really?
much.
Yeah.
You did what I did to
that game
Jack and
itself
Daxter.
takes
You did what I did to Jack and Daxter and just played 3 instead of 2.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
You're
that
in
game
for a
does
bad
damn.
time.
Well, I mean, I beat
Yeah,
the game. Well, I beat the game. Like got a normal ending, but
So, here's the thing
Kick my
about
ass.
Silksong. Have they said that they're going to do the same thing for it that they did for Hollow Knight?
you mean
They
DLC?
like free DLCs because that progressively kick your teeth in more.
Like this game.
They've said
still-
DLCs. They've not said about the difficulty.
I still have not defeated Absolute Radiance tier, right? Where it's like all the boss fights at once, and then the true final boss, like in a gauntlet with no heals.
Finally, Hollow Knight, the true arena.
I believe that was called what, God Home or something, Rossi?
It was a God Home.
Like
and-
God, some.
Yeah, it was God Home.
Because I know there was Void Heart,
The Grim Troop.
Grim Troop.
the Grim Troop,
it's
and
like-
then God Home, yeah, or God
God
Seeker or
damn,
something.
Yeah. Still, at least it won some. At least it won something.
I will say this. I want to save more in detail talk about Hollow Knight 6.
All of the games for their own episode, yeah.
Yeah, because I need to beat the first one.
My bad.
Yeah, I am. You know, I am going to
That's
give like
okay.
one minor thing.
I have seen enough through osmosis to know that. Oh, great! It gets worse.
Oh no, it gets worse.
You know,
Not even just the bosses, the platforming gets worse.
yeah.
It just scratches the surface of that.
You know what? I
Just a
am.
word.
I am going to just. There is one category where I'm glad that like one game did win it, and that's best fighting game because Fatal Fury won that one.
Oh yeah, Fatal
One,
Fury.
it's a run back because Multiverses fucking stole that title back in 2022 from
Yeah.
KOF 15.
Yeah.
And 2, every other game nominated was 2 collections, a game that's not out yet, and a game that's an
Crazy.
update of an update of an update of a game from 2006.
It's like I would have expected Tekken 8 to be on that list or something by that logic, but
Just to pad it out, yeah, like or Street Fighter.
Street Fighter 6.
It seems like they are going for this.
Like
That should be like a best ongoing game, like
okay, 2XKO
But no,
I kinda get because everyone can play for free now, even though it's made by Riot.
it's not technically out
Give
yet.
us your-
so that's the
give us
thing,
your
though, like,
information.
really.
But at the same time, by that logic, Hades 2 should have been brought in for best ongoing game when it was in early access.
Right, that's all
Yeah.
very fair.
And like
Yeah, that's
look,
a bit of a
Capcom
chip.
Fighting Collection 2 and MK Legacy, you know, great collections. They're collections of games that are fucking like over 20 years old.
Yeah.
So here's
I'm
the
glad Fatal
thing.
Fury won.
So here's the thing about I just lost. Yeah, no, I didn't. There it is. Let's talk
Cool.
about this, right? Because there is a phenomenon going on right now, and
Yeah.
this is not getting the console warring or nothing, right? Okay.
Correct.
Sony has continuously missed on their biggest budget first-party studio games.
Oh yeah.
Yotei left with nothing, Spider-Man 2 left with nothing, and I believe there was one more that whiffed completely.
Death Stranding 2, like I said.
Well,
Yeah.
that's not exactly like... Is that a first-party
I know, but you're not
game,
wrong.
though?
It is a PS5 exclusive right now. I think Sony does. I think Sony like funds it at least.
I'm
Death Stranding, because Death Stranding. Actually, I think it might be because I think Death Stranding 1 is like still only a PS4 and PS5 game.
Yeah,
One sec, I'm gonna check.
yeah, well, my point is, I don't know
And
at
PC.
what point that they have to realize, and I get it, like, the Game Awards rigged, whatever, it's, you know, but I don't know at what point when you're not receiving recognition or anything, do you realize that your formula is no longer working? Maybe you should do something else.
Oh, I
Okay,
was,
no,
I was
Death Stranding,
about to.
Death Stranding 1 is on Series
I
X.
was about to bring up something else entirely. I think the game you're thinking about is Astrobot.
The Astrobot won Game of the
That
Year,
one-
though, so I
that
don't
Yeah,
one-
but at the
that
same
one
entirely
thing-
count that as a whiff.
that even further proves your point of like why
Right.
aren't more games going for that kind
You're not
of...
wrong, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, because...
children
Because the
yearn
only
for
other game I
fun
can think
wins.
of is fucking Horizon.
Yeah. Yeah, because Yotei
God of-
whiffed
'cause, like-
completely. Spider-Man 2 whiffed completely. You want to put it
Like,
in there
God of-
also? Miles Morales. Did it do well?
Yeah, to be fair, that's like a side. That's like a side game. To be fair,
That
Oh,
is
yeah.
technically a side game, and
Here's the problem.
that'd be like expecting Pirate Yakuza to win the Game of the Year.
Here's my
Which that
problem
was
with
nominated.
PS5, right? My problem with the PS5 in its gaming lineup, right, is 5 years later, the best game for this console is a remake of a PS3 game that came out the day it launched.
Everything else is either a third party thing or like
It's a
it's going to be on
sequel.
something else as well.
Right.
Yeah.
or just another rehash.
Right, well,
Like,
it's just,
Last of Us
again,
Part 2 and 1 now on the PS5.
or it's literally, I'm not gonna say the very definition of it, but it is. It's literally all kind of boils down to a cinematic third-person game.
Cinema slop.
And like to be like what's the last thing that one of those even like won for Sony on that side? Was it God of War Ragnarok?
Yeah.
I
was
think
Ragnarok.
it was
Yeah,
Ragnarok.
it
No, Ragnarok didn't. Ragnarok didn't win a lot of stuff.
No, like it got like 6 awards. It got like a few awards that year.
God of
for
War,
the-
I think, definitely swept at least a majority of the conversation, though.
Because like 2023, like Baldur's Gate 3, fucking duh. Yeah, no, I'm looking back at I'm on Wikipedia just now. God of War Ragnarok won 6 awards.
Okay. Yeah, it's,
It
yeah.
didn't win Game of the,
Then,
Game of
I
the Year,
guess,
to be
yeah,
fair,
I
but
guess-
still,
Yeah, I guess that was the last thing that was
like,
that won for them. And again, I just want to
Yeah.
preface this by saying, right, this doesn't mean that I hate Yotei. This doesn't mean that I hate Spider-Man 2.
no.
I
no, if
will
you did-
probably
if you
play
fucking don't,
Yotei
you're saying
later.
that.
It's a very good game,
Wow.
right? It's what
Yeah,
I've
well,
heard. It's an
okay.
amazing sequel.
Yeah, it's just like Sony.
It's like, wow,
you
you
have
missed your second
other
place.
potential here.
You
Hell,
fucking idiots.
you brought back Ratchet and Clank. Like,
Yeah, Rift
That's
Apart.
good to go.
you like, is this not getting into your head? It's like, hell, say what you will about Naughty Dog. At the very least, they know people like Jack and Daxter and keep rehashing the collection because, hey, we're not making it anymore, but we know people like it.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing, right? If Naughty Dog, with Neil Druckmann in charge of all that, can do that for Jack and Daxter, what is Sucker Punch's
I'm back. What'd I
vendetta
miss?
against Infamous?
Yeah,
We
okay, that's
just
another
talked about
thing. Why the
Expedition
fuck?
33.
Why the fuck is Infamous 1 and 2? God damn it! Why the fuck is Infamous 1 and 2 not on like modern day consoles? Like, what the fuck is wrong with Sucker Punch?
I think the
I'm
answer
pissed
there.
off about
I mean,
that.
the answer they're probably the answer they're probably going to give you is that PS3 hardware is a bit of a nightmare. But at that point, the other question is, then why haven't you just ported it, like, or made like a remaster of them, like,
That's another
or do
thing
like a
too.
trilogy of it or
That's
something?
another thing too. Did you hear that they're apparently almost close to cracking the fucking code on PS3 emulation now? They're damn near close to
Oh yeah,
it. Like, Tekken 3 released, just shadow dropped, like for $10 on the PlayStation 5 store.
Yeah. It's
That's
like,
PS1 game.
Yeah, it is a
Is
PS1
it
game,
Tekken
but
3?
at the same time, like, it's just like that one. It's just like, again, they're still like Bandai Namco is at least keeping in mind for older games, and two, it just goes to show like, hey, like they can at least keep adding, they can at least keep coming back with more and more like older titles instead of trying to rehash the same fucking ones a lot of these companies are doing.
No, I mean,
Right.
like, what is Tekken 3 getting ported have to do with the most cracking PS3 emulation?
It doesn't.
That's like two different consoles.
does-
Why'd you bring it up like
Well,
right after
PS3.
that?
Well, PS3 had a PS1 emulator, so suck it.
That's what's stuck inside it, basically.
well, here's the thing. Something's
Anyway.
not wrong, right? He's not wrong. The thing is, right? Here's my problem. Third party Joe Schmo in his basement has 2 or 3 years ago cracked PS3 emulation, and every arcade game runs almost flawlessly on a PC. Are you going to tell me that multi-billion-dollar Sony cannot figure out how to make a PS3 emulator work for their new piece of hardware?
That's the thing that boggles me so, is that especially when you consider the fact of like so many of these games that like came out for stuff like the PS3
I'm back.
are being pushed into
Welcome back.
like
It's
further
never
generations,
mind.
and it's just like,
Going to get you put the food away.
Hi,
Ah!
PK.
yeah, like,
Hi,
it's
PK.
I'll
look,
be.
it's like the
I'll
like
be
I,
back.
look, okay.
PK.
Okay, cool. Anyway, Tekken 3. Look, I know it was a bad example, real talk, but the fact that like the people who apparently the story behind that is the people who are doing the PS2 emulator are also working for Sony to release older titles, and they have been working hard to try and crack the code on PS3 emulation. So
I do remember hearing like a rumor a while back that like Sony was trying to find ways to get PS3 games like PS3 discs to just run on the PS5 disk drive, you know, like with an update or something.
Yeah, natively.
I don't know if
yeah,
that's
that's what they
related
call
to
it.
it, but yeah, natively. But as of right now, I think it's like just PlayStation Now and like even stuff like Tekken 6 and that. The only ones you can buy on the store are like the PSP version.
The
of that.
PSP version, which is rehashed as a like PS5 version. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Which is
So
also,
I
if you want to play a version of
I
that, put on
apologize.
3DS.
No.
Yeah, I apologize for sidetracking us.
No, it's fine. It's like, because, you know what, I will say this. You know what, you want to know what I did do instead of buying a fucking PS5? I got a goddamn PS3, because I have far more games than the PS5 came out with in 5 years,
That's
and I
why-
can play them.
Yeah, that's why I have a 360
Well,
and a
exclusives.
PS2 sitting in the corner. Because
Mhm.
people are like, why do you still have those hooked up? I was like, because they have games for them that I like playing.
The,
I'm sorry, do you
The
own
only
your
reason
Game
they don't-
Pass? Or are you just renting it?
But the own,
The only reason-
probably
I'll be honest.
the gears in my Xbox must not be working.
What do you mean own? Nigga, you don't own anything!
Oh no!
I would say something, but to be fair, the only reason I've not got my PS3 hooked up is just I'm run out of space under my TV.
But you at
I've
least
got an
have a
Xbox One, a
PS3,
Wii
right?
U, and a PS5
No,
here. And
Yeah, but you at
she's
least
I
have a
don't.
PS3, right?
Yeah, I don't want it to get misconstrued that just because I own retro consoles, I think I'm better than anybody that enjoys their PS5.
No,
Right.
we're just a lot more happier than them.
No, we're fucking nerds. That's
I
the
am,
problem.
because guess what? I can open a case. I could go grab my PS2 copy of Kingdom Hearts 2 right now, put it in my PS2, and it just plays. You know,
Hey,
no
PS5
BS.
owners, here's a crazy idea.
that?
Go to your store, pick up your copy of Kingdom Hearts 3, and then just put it in. Something fucking magical's gonna happen.
And a lot of you
Right,
already
and
know.
guess
That's right, you
what?
can play it.
A lot of you already know, the moment I got my PS3, I was playing Infamous 1, and I was just like, dude, I could just be playing Infamous 2 right now. I could just be playing Infamous 2 right now. I could just be playing Infamous 2. And then I was playing Infamous 2, and I was not ceasing to play on it for a good month.
Right, you played it like
That's
four
a good-
Finally
times.
fucking back.
Is it-
Ugh.
Is it-
Welcome back.
Talk about
Okay, that,
You play, yeah,
Yeah.
because I remember that
That's
we
good.
Fine.
we were in the call so many times, and you had played that like what 3 times in a row.
3 times in a row. Just Infamous 2 is so goddamn fun. I love
It's
it.
so good.
Yeah, and
Actually,
then I played Infamous Second Son once when Marie was in the call, and I was just like, dude, I really wish this was Infamous 2.
Yeah, literally,
actually,
literally the all of Second Son, the bits he played on it was really just us saying, man, wouldn't it be so much better if this was just like a better Infamous 2?
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be an Infamous game.
Infamous,
Second
yeah,
Son should not have been an
Actually-
Infamous game.
Okay. But you were saying, Obsidian?
No, I was more so asking then, considering that like Demon, as you said, like I think Smug said, obviously Demon Souls got a remake on PS5.
Yeah.
If like the Infamous games did come to like, PC, PS5, whatever, would you prefer them to just be like as faithfully as possible? Obviously, remastered, frame rate 60 FPS, or would you want like the first game to potentially like be overhauled or get a remake to make it closer to like 2 or just
Yeah, I would
improve a lot
like
of stuff?
them. I would like them to make
Because obviously at that point,
1 like 2, but that presents some story issues.
And also, like,
Cole is supposed to be. Cole is supposed to be untrained and unskilled, which why 2. That's why he's a lot faster. He controls a lot better.
yeah.
Narratively wise, I will say this.
I guess-
Narratively wise, the way Infamous 1 works and the way Infamous 2 works, it's fantastic because they like Infamous 2's combat was a response to how Infamous 1's combat was. But I will say this: if they want to do what Capcom did to Onimusha 1, and even what they did to the Devil May Cry 3 on the Nintendo Switch, and they want to add in some changes and alterations to the game that are better for in the long run.
Optional.
Yeah, I think that would be fine.
Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it, I think.
Oh, but on this same subject, right?
Mhm.
Can I bring up something that has bothered me for the longest time?
Oh, go ahead.
Right?
Yeah.
If you
Why
want.
does Sony have such a grudge against Bloodborne? Because it's
That is
not
a good
FromSoft.
question.
FromSoft
I'm
has
convinced they-
literally.
I'm
They've
convinced they've
literally
lost the
said
fucking
it's
source
not
code
them.
for it at this point.
Well, even then,
Like-
it's just like you can't just like push an update out to allow unlocked frame
And
rate.
it's not even that. They know it exists because Astrobot has a fucking Bloodborne Easter egg.
It's not even that, like, Bloodborne's, like, it's one of the most
Mm.
critically acclaimed games they had in the PS4. Like, of all the games
That
they
was
have
their-
there, why
that was
would
their-
you
that
get a
was their-
remaster for fucking Days Gone out before that? Or a fucking
Bloodborne
remake of
is-
Until Dawn?
I don't know if any of you guys remember this, but there was a time that Bloodborne ruled the freaking internet.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I remember
Iron Man.
the "We are born by the blood, bathed in the blood" commercial. That was so fucking sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a time that Bloodborne was considered Sony's most iconic franchise, and it was a new
Which
IP,
is funny.
right?
Which is
It
funny to think.
took
Which
over.
franchise? That's extra funny to think about.
Well, you know what I mean. It was
I-
a brand. Yeah, it was Sony. Anything you saw around that time with Sony branding would probably have the Hunter on it.
I really,
You know-
I really find it hilarious that this entire time it's just like what we've been talking about has nothing to do with the Game Awards because it was just that
Doesn't.
nothing burger.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, I
yeah,
mean, I was
Hey,
told.
Audio Mac.
I was told to not. Yeah, I was told to not talk about my thing yet.
Okay, look, okay. Let's just go through some of the other games like Hipshot, and then we'll get to some of the stuff we really want to talk about. All right, so Donkey Kong game came out for Switch 2.
Yeah,
Good.
Donkey
Best
Kong
family
Bonanza
game,
came out and it revived DK and it revived
Not
Hey, Rare.
nice. Yeah, well, okay. Well, we're just spoiling that. All right.
Yeah.
okay, if you,
It'll-
like,
Hey, you were there?
It came
I
out
mean,
for a while now.
I've beaten it. Smug's beaten it. Has anyone
Yeah,
else
it's been
not
out
beaten
for
it?
long
Or-
enough
I don't have a Switch
That's
2,
genuinely
but
don't care.
I just don't care.
Those that have a
Yep.
understandable to be fair enough.
Sozo,
But yeah,
impo- im-
Nintendo does not hate Rare.
Sozo,
They even remade the
imposed-
freaking. They've even remade a fucking Bramble stage
Uh,
with an actual remastered edition of Stickerbush Symphony.
Sozo,
Yeah.
in post,
Mhm.
I want you to replace what she just said with like a Guilty Gear Strive Ultimate call out.
there's also the Badger game that was basically just Conquer, like you were saying, Smug.
It was just Conquer.
Yeah, it was basically Conquer. Yeah, it's just Conquer.
I do remember, like, just on Twitter after that got announced, there was one post that showed off that game there, and just a comment below that said, "I want Bradley the Badger to die."
Oh,
What?
for goodness sake.
Oh,
I guess
okay. Well, maybe
The Russian Badger comes in with, "Hey, yo, what the fuck I do?"
apparently,
Russian Badger goes, "Hey, what the fuck I do?"
apparently, Valve pulled out of this
he
last
doesn't
minute,
believe in
right?
human
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so Valve pulled
Yeah.
out on this last minute, and that might explain why the final reveal is what it is. Half-Life
Yeah.
3, rumored to be a launch title for the Steam machine for spring 2026.
Might have been delayed because of all the AI bullshit. Go figure.
Yeah.
Something
Oh,
like that.
great.
Everything.
To those who don't know,
It's a load of bullshit.
AI companies and whatnot have been buying up all the RAM and whatnot, and have making the market far more, a lot more expensive than it really needs to be.
The good news is it lasts for the
Actually-
AAA industry.
Fucking fantastic.
Tell me about it.
So let's
anyway.
just fire for the hip here. Coven of the Chickenfoot. Personally, we saw it. Like, you play as an old lady with a giant beast. It's basically the Last Guardian. It looks really cute, looks really fun.
Yeah, and you have chicken feet as well. Don't forget, you have chicken feet.
Yeah, Grand Chickenfoot. Anyway. Mega
But that
Ultra
Wind Waker
Chicken.
kind of Wind
She
Waker
transforms
version
into
of
Mega
Artale.
Ultra Chicken.
Erased. Chicken erased.
And then there's Audio
Anyway.
Mech, which
Yeah, Audio
is...
Mech, the people that did Audio Surf and
No, not people, person!
Oh, they're people.
It's made by one guy.
They're people.
Okay.
Yeah, they're people.
But
They're
still,
people.
but still,
A
yeah. and
person is people,
I
too.
am currently playing Audio Surf currently.
Noise.
So, yeah, pretty much it is Toho meets what is it?
Meets Audio Surf.
No, it's not that. It's Toho meets Soundfall.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's also
I recommend.
there's also Pragmata, which is the it's basically
BioShock.
Yeah,
It's
basically
BioShock.
It's basically BioShock.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I think I have been hearing a lot about it. Honestly, it's got
The
me
demo.
interested. I don't know if I will get it day one, but I would be interested to see how the game turns out.
Yeah.
There's also Resident Evil 9, aka Leon is drinking the blood of the innocent and orphans to stay forever immortal.
How does he look like he's 25, bro? That's is like 60.
Man, Ada, whatever Ada must be doing to him must be like something good.
Yeah.
Well, Ada doesn't look
You-
old
you
at all
see-
either, so...
You see, when most people get stressed out, they tend to get grey hairs faster. Leon himself does the opposite. He just gets younger and younger the more stressed he is.
Hey, it's
Resident
like-
Evil
it's gonna-
25,
it's gonna train,
Leon
right?
is 15. It looks like a 15-year-old.
It's Benjamin Button.
Actual age is about 10 times.
Yeah, it's that secret government training, you know?
There's also, I mean, like, okay, I will say this: it's good to see Resident Evil back. It's interesting to see that like 9 is bringing up Leon. I will be interested to see how they, I will be interested to see how they handle Grace and Leon's stories in this. But yeah. Other than that, the Pinkerton, Wizards of the Coast had a bunch of games.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna say.
Yeah. Control Resonant, which I thought was going to be, for some reason, a
Kojima game.
A Kojima game, yeah.
Which, to be fair, yeah, watching the trailer, a lot of that imagery does look very Death Stranding-y. Like the levitating and the...
Kojima's...
I mean, it's Yakuza inspired.
But that's not Kojima. That's Ryoga Goto.
Also, it's made by Remedy, so...
Yeah, I will say, like, so much of the... Oh, yes, Rush gonna be right back. But I will say, like, a lot of the, usual, like, trailer that we saw for Control Resonant, it was just, like, so much of this just rings to what Hideo Kojima would kind of make. And the fact that it wasn't him is just like, wow, I'm surprised people kind of got his sort of, like, aesthetic down a little.
So, here comes a hot take, right? And this is about the Game Awards, too.
Right.
I do not care about Fate of the Old Republic if Casey Hudson is in charge of it.
Oh yeah, I don't care about
Yeah.
Star Wars that focuses on the new shit. I don't care about like really
Okay,
what
so hold
LucasArts
on.
is releasing.
No, Sozo, I'm just gonna correct you on that. You're free to like not give a shit about it. You know, you do you.
Right.
This is like set literally 4,000 years before any of the movies happened. This is like as far away from the new shit as you can get timeline wise.
Didn't Fate of the Old Republic show a picture
Is
of
it-
like show a shot of Rey?
No, like it showed.
No, it didn't.
It showed
No,
us
it didn't.
a woman with a lightsaber, but no,
Yeah,
Knights of the
it
Republic
didn't.
and all that is like 4,000 years before like Phantom
just-
Menace happened.
Okay. Here's
If
a question. Who's a question?
You know,
Who published it?
the original or Fate?
The Fate of the Old Republic. Who is publishing this one?
I need to check and see,
let's
but I
see,
imagine
real
probably,
quick.
probably EA or Disney. I would imagine.
No,
So I
I'm
think they got the
out. I'm out.
publisher right.
I'm out. I'm out.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Immediate,
Oh yeah,
if
fair
it's-
enough.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm
that's.
clearing- hey, I'm
Look,
clearing-
I will
I'm clearing up
take the
misinformation. If you
the
don't
L
like it, then
on
that's your
what I
choice,
thought
Yes.
Fate of the Old Republic was gonna be, but
It's,
I'm not backing down. EA sucks.
Yeah, it's
Okay, to be, actually, no, I'm looking for it. It's
Yeah, no, I hate
Lucasfilm
EA
Games, which is owned by
films.
Disney. So
Yeah.
fair, yeah.
It's still
So
Disney.
yeah, but here's my
You're
thing.
fucking pay to win bullshit.
Here's my problem.
Mhm.
I don't care about the game if Casey Hudson is in charge of it.
Right.
Solely for the fact that people are be like, why not? Because he did Mass Effect 1, he did Mass Effect 2, he did the Culture games. Yeah, but you guys are forgetting, he also did Mass Effect 3, and he also did Anthem. He left Anthem halfway through development. So...
Okay, to be fair, Mass Effect 3 is a very good game. It just has a shit ending.
Which one was
Anthem
the
was a
one
must-
with the
was just-
fucking? Oh my god! Which one was the one with the goddamn like one of the games like the head writer quit because like they changed what the initial ending for it was because initially one of the endings in
I think that was Mass Effect.
it was like it was either 2 or 3 I think, but it was like
I think it was 3.
yeah,
Because
think-
but
what
because like
makes sense in
because
2?
initially
ending-
the original ending was going to be a Reaper fetus inside of a womb. We didn't get that.
Yeah, I think that was 3
That
then.
could be 2 or 3. It could be 2 or 3. I'm not
Either
too
way, it's been a
sure.
long time since I played Mass Effect.
Two, it was it
Like,
ends
what-
with 2 with how 2 ends.
There's also
But the thing is,
no.
my problem. I'm sorry.
No,
My
no, you
problem
go.
with that. Yeah, my problem with that is I don't have anything against him as a person. I'm sure he has like a lot of passion for this game, and I'm not going to write it off.
Mhm.
I am, however, going to have to be extremely convinced by trailers, and a cinematic trailer is not going to convince me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
We have
guess
no idea
what
when it's
also,
going to come out. Like,
yeah, guess what also got a cinematic trailer and then got canned
One of the
completely.
previous Star Wars games where you could control people with the
remakes.
Force.
Yeah,
oh yeah, the one by
remake.
Quantic Dream, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
that,
There's
yeah.
a lot of Star Wars games that have gotten that treatment now that I think about it. Jesus.
Yeah, Star Wars, like, okay, unless it's Lego, they haven't exactly been in the best place.
We
Yeah.
got episode 2 pod racing though. Woo!
Yay! Which
Yay,
is
yay,
which I believe
yay.
wasn't even I don't know. I don't remember whether or not that was actually like cinematic footage or anything.
Oh yeah, you mean the AI game? The one that used AI generated
one?
footage?
That wouldn't
The
be
pod racer?
honestly that wouldn't surprise me because we didn't see like anything regarding the actual story. We just saw shots of pod racing.
I just kind of glanced through the trailer. Was it actually AI generated?
I think there was an
Or did it just-
Well, leave it up to the
accusation of
Super
it, but I
Sleuths
don't-
online.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. I don't. Look, it's a Star Wars racing game. I
Yeah.
said that most as a joke. I don't care that much.
Like I've
I mean,
given
if it
up
is,
on
you know, fuck 'em,
racing
but, yeah.
after like
I just
I've
don't
given
want-
up on racing. I just don't care.
I just
Fair
don't
enough.
want this video to go out and be like, I hate Star
Yeah,
Wars.
honestly-
She said it's AI and it's not AI. You know?
I will say one thing on racing. Mario Kart
The
got
only
wrong for
really
best
good
soundtrack.
racing game right now is gotta be Kirby Air Riders.
Thank you.
Like,
I mean, Kirby
Yeah.
Air Riders.
Air Raiders
okay.
is very Air Raiders is very peak. Yes.
There's
As well as
also,
Sonic
yeah,
Racing
peak
Crossroads.
cinema.
okay. I'll be real. Me, Arashi, and Smug played that when it was starting to come out. Like it's not
Oh.
bad, but
I got it on discount. Look,
Okay.
Look, if you held a gun to my head and asked to pick between Mario Kart or Sonic for the racing game, I'm picking Mario Kart.
Yeah, like
Fair enough.
the problem
It's
with
more
it
fun.
is
That's
that
the main thing.
the game already exists on stuff like Steam, and it's significantly less price. I think the only reason why people give a fuck about Sonic Racing Cross Worlds is just their collabs. That's really
Yeah, I mean, I got Persona,
well,
Hatsune,
I think
fucking Miku,
I think beyond that,
Minecraft.
just having a good Sonic racing game as well, like
yeah.
because bear in mind, like
it's not a
the last
bad,
one, like, the last really good one that was like Racing Transformed, because
Yeah.
like no one really liked Team Sonic Racing that much.
Yeah,
So
like,
just
the
having
only-
a
I
good
will say
one
this,
that
it's not
you
a
know,
bad game. It's just I don't really think it's worth the price
No, yeah.
tag. It's like one of the
The
only other
only,
games that Sage is
well,
in and whatnot, but still.
I got it on. I got
Oh,
like
so
half price on
also
Black Friday,
characters.
so
This
Okay,
is
so-
not related to the Game Awards at all, but Legend ZA and the DLC. The
Yeah, that
fucking
has nothing to do with
DLC.
here or
Why
there.
the fuck would you fucking release a DLC before the game even comes out? What the fuck, Game Freak?
But they
Here's
didn't.
my thoughts
No.
on the.
They didn't.
Here's my thoughts on Legends EA. Read the manga to Pokemon Adventures.
So
Okie
the
dokie.
thing,
Oh,
right?
also, I'm just gonna say, also PK to answer. No, it didn't. It got revealed beforehand, but it released like a month after, like most DLCs do.
Yeah, no. Why reveal a DLC before the game even comes out?
Okay, so
I mean,
the
the season
thing
passes do
about
the same thing, so yeah.
the thing about Crossworlds, right, is the only DLC
No,
I ever cared about.
With Scarlet and
was-
Violet, the game was already out when they announced the DLC. Same with Sword and Shield. The game was already out. With ZA, they just went, hey, by the way, here, see this game? By the way, here's some paid DLC to add on top of it to make the game the game that you need to pay for
Everything-
more expensive if you want to get the full experience. Oh, and also we're gun capping the level
My
system.
God. Is this what it's like when I go off?
Yep.
So-
I don't think.
And
I don't think
also, we're gonna
I don't
add
think
a
got nominated
here.
for anything, did it?
We're also gonna add like a
Whatever.
feature that
I don't think T got nominated for anything, did it?
Anyway,
Oh yeah, Legends.
we're
EA
gonna add a
didn't.
feature that allows you to uncap the levels beyond 100. Because that's not gonna be fucking unfair. And also give add new mega evolutions to the game, including giving new legendaries megas and giving a third mega form to some Pokemon.
no,
That's
where is
just
the
exclusive
talking
to the
stick?
DLC. With people.
Bro, there is a
I mean,
breathe
I can
function
defend-
in your lungs.
Okay, so what I was trying to say.
What were you
for the
trying to say?
5
So
minutes.
anyway,
The
so
only
anyway, Pac-Man
DLC
got snubbed for
characters
best
I
family
really.
game.
Oh my god, I'm going to strangle you.
God. Game Freak, why?
Jesus Christ.
No,
Crazy.
no, it's X and Y.
Moving on.
Okay,
Never
okay,
mind.
Smug, what were you
Moving
trying to say?
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
At least
Gosh.
Ingo went back.
Jesus Christ.
At least the game confirmed that Ingo did actually go back to his time.
Okay.
And that
Okay.
he's not stuck in
Okay.
Stewie.
Okay,
Oh
let's
my
let's
God.
talk about
Okay,
next.
okay,
Let's
okay.
Talking
let her talk about
stage.
Pokemon.
Shut your ass up and shut your ass up and shut your ass up and play the game, man.
So please edit like a
Sozo.
sound clip in for that there, just so. Anyway, Smug, you're
Like, you don't have the talking stick right now. Smug has the speaking ball.
we haven't snapped
Yeah,
it
what
enough
were you
yet,
going
damn
to
it.
say, Smug?
Oh my gosh, okay. All I was trying to say is the only DLC characters I really care about in Crossworlds is Tangle and Whisper, because they are IDW characters from the comics, and it's really cool to see that they're adding characters from the comics into the games now.
Yeah, okay.
Hmm.
I-
Yes,
what
they
does it
still
say?
did not add Surge.
Yeah.
They've not added her yet. There's
We're
still 7
getting
slots to
there.
go.
We still have an entire roadmap to go through for 2026.
We're
Oh,
like halfway through it. They're still like.
This,
Oh my god.
bro.
Why you check
Oh.
beforehand? Here.
This is
I
just-
did not know there was a roadmap.
You're the equivalent of someone who demolished their fucking bank because they didn't get their paycheck and then told, look, have you tried checking your account like 5 minutes ago? Like, oh. Like,
Gosh.
jeez, like,
That's
what I'm laughing at.
have fucking patience.
Speaking of Cross Worlds, you know who else is in Cross Worlds? Mega Man.
I'm not
Hell
crazy,
yeah.
right? So just checking, right?
Let me see.
Yeah. Yeah. And transitioning to Mega Man, the new Mega Man game. How we all feeling?
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, baby.
Hell yeah.
I just saw the
I'm
message,
so
bro.
close.
I'm like, yeah, I feel that. That's why I had to press the button, bro. Like, she
I'm
literally
so
just said me,
close.
bro, I'm about to crash out.
I would have fucking I would have quietly fucking popped off if I was there when it got revealed, because it would have been like 3 a.m. But God, I'm happy on you. That's like the one of the 2 announcements here that got me to perk up.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
absolutely. Mega Man coming back finally after how long? It's just like, especially when I think the
It'll be 9 years.
Yeah,
comes out.
especially when I think the head developer I think left Capcom like 2 to 3 years prior.
Yeah.
So Keiichi Inafune left in like 2010. That's why Mega Man went on a hiatus till 11
he was
came
never
out.
really clear.
And then I think like they were trying to like see about getting it, because obviously the collections in that and 11 did sell quite well for the budget.
Yeah.
I think like a mixture of like them reorganizing behind the scenes, the pandemic, and just, you know, other projects. It's probably why it took as long as it did, but you know, at least we've got something. We've got a release year,
I mean,
you know.
Buying out all the RAM.
If there's nothing else I can say about these last 5 years, it is that Capcom is really taking the initiative in reviving old properties. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ironically,
Capcom was
so
like-
is Sega.
Yeah, Sega's too.
Yeah,
and
like-
hell, they
Yeah,
have,
and
there's
like,
something-
heck, even Sega even did like an official
There's
like
something-
YouTube poop on their channel. And I'm not kidding.
There was something there
Yes.
as well, actually,
Like,
because they actually. Oh, sorry.
hold on.
where are you actually pulling it up?
Yes.
We're not.
I
We're
am.
not spending this
Can I
entire
speak?
time watching the podcast. You can link it, but
Yeah,
we're
like,
not. We're,
like,
okay,
okay,
Obsidian,
I'm-
you
No,
were
no,
saying-
I'm pulling up the.
Okay.
I'm pulling
Yeah.
up the YouTube poop.
So, what I'm gonna go into then is Sega. Kind of a weird thing. Sega said like they would have some big announcements at the awards there, which obviously kind of got us all kind of wondering. You know, announcements implies multiple things,
Right.
and the only thing they announced was like a Total War crossover with like Warhammer. So
I
like
guess that counts.
that's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. But like, they don't have anything on like the other 4 reboots you got announced. Nothing on like the next Sonic or
Yeah.
something from
Yeah, I
RGG or Persona or whatever. Like Yakuza makes sense. You know,
There
like,
is-
Kiwami 3's in a couple of months. But
Speaking of Sega, this genuinely, like, this wasn't actually at the Game Awards, but it got shadow dropped with the announcement. Wuthering Waves is coming out with a Sega collab.
Hell yeah.
No,
Let's
Sozo,
shoot off the
let me send
awards.
you. Let me send you the thing.
I'm not watching it right now.
We're not watching it.
Like, dude, we're on the fucking clock here.
it's a podcast. We don't have video. Well, we probably do, but Sozo's not going to show it. That's not how podcasts work.
Bro, I would have to readjust my settings to be able to show what Discord is showing me. I can't. I'm not. Look, I already spent a
that
good
noise.
15 minutes trying to get this shit back up and running. I'm not doing it again. Like, link it if you want.
Alright.
We'll watch it in our own time. But we gotta get through this. So, like, yeah, like Mega Man, good to be back.
All right,
I'm glad to hear Sega.
All right, fine.
boy.
Jeez.
I have the speaking ball.
You say ball or pole.
Mega Man, good to be back. Glad to see it. Sega doing some other stuff like collabs and whatnot, and even reviving their old projects. Cool. Move on. Let's again fire from the hip. We also have Gang the Dragon, which is like they're kind of sleeping, which is a new game coming out
So-
with like
okay,
sleeping
so
dogs-esque.
That one's cool because that one is not by Sega. That's by Toshihiro Nagoshi.
Mhm.
He's the guy who created and was the director on Yakuza up to like 2021.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's the one that got my attention there because that looks cool as shit.
Yeah,
Like
I
you're not seeing much of
genuinely am
really
interested
Yakuza
about
flavored.
Also, Street Fighter movie.
Hell
That looks
fun.
that looks,
That
just,
looks
that
fun.
looks silly as hell.
Yeah,
That looks silly
really
as hell in the
fun.
best
Oh, yeah.
way. Also,
And the
the
fact
design of
that
that really
we-
does kind of look like different flavored
Yeah.
Raul Julia Bison. They know the assignment.
And there's also
Hey, they know what they're going for there.
There's also Tomb Raider, which
That was a surprise as well, honestly. Like
Apparently,
Yeah, that
apparently
game-
they threw.
that,
Apparently, Apparently, Legacy of Atlantis is like one of the classic style games, and I think was it Catalyst or whatever is like following one of the
Yeah.
new style of games.
Yeah.
So it's like
So
you had your
apparently
pick.
apparently like Fate of Atlantis is a remake of like reboot of Tomb Raider 1, and Catalyst is like, I don't know if it's like continuing on from where like Underworld left off, or if it's like just it's going in like the same
Fourth
style as like the
reboot.
pre-reboot stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a different timeline than the reboot stuff, but like it's closer in style to like the original trilogy, or like, you know,
Right.
the second one basically.
Hmm.
Tomb Raider has a lot of reboots.
I own the anniversary personally. I just don't care.
Well, good for you, but that doesn't appeal to the hashtag general audience, does
It's
it?
cheap and affordable, and I guarantee you, it's not going to be $70 to $80 when the fucking remaster comes out, bro. I guarantee.
So don't
It could
Don't
be
judge
60,
me
but
for-
we'll see, I guess.
So don't judge me for buying Halo 1's remake, which is only the campaign.
I wonder where
With
that
three
RT episode
exclamations,
is.
Mr. Stoic. I'm about to call you Mrs. Sozo. That's not right. Oh, Jesus
Mrs.
Christ.
Sozo.
So other than
I was
that,
trying to do the fucking SpongeBob clip, and I bungled it up on both accounts. That's impressive.
So anyway, all right, you know what? Is there anything else? I mean, No Man's Sky got
Yes,
an award this year.
That's good.
Always love to see. Always happy to see that one. You know, keep on trucking.
Like, genuinely, I actually think I want to give it another shot sometime. I played it years ago when it was in Update
Oh,
Hell.
good.
In Update Hell, and yeah.
No, now it's an update heaven.
Yeah, I genuinely I want to give it another shot. But, all right, let's get to let's get to what we
want to talk about adaptations.
Right, so I'm gonna go from shortest to longest tangent here. Let's be real here.
Yeah.
Flute Guy.
Yeah.
What?
We got Flute Guy at the Game Awards this year, and he.
Oh, look! I thought you said food guy. Food guy.
Flute Guy. Foot guy.
Flute guy.
I'm thinking.
No, the Flute Guy
Stop,
for the Game
I don't
Awards.
think Swedish Chef was here, so.
Every single cut, he was playing a new fucking flute.
Lie.
Yeah.
Just straight up PCP pipe.
PZP pipe to a fucking kazoo.
That's magical.
He knows
It was
we're here for
Peach.
him.
So do we want to talk about like best adaptation or voice or like lead performance or something?
Devil May Cry Lost. Next question.
Fair enough.
The only thing I've got here is a note that's saying Jeff called the Devil May Cry exceptional, and they just wrote down exceptional can mean exceptional can mean both good or bad.
And all right, and there's also
You know, Sonic
like,
Blah, blah, blah,
Zone
Sonic got
Zero.
snubbed, yada, yada.
Scion, if you want to pop off on that.
Alrighty then. Okay, so they're coming out with new Void Hunter, which is kind of like Miyabi in a way, with Zhao Guang, who is this fox lady, as well as a potential free character in the name of Zhao, who is a little dwarf bunny essentially. And also they teased us a brand new idol faction, and that was teased before, but we now finally get to see them in model in game. And the fact that they're going to be buffing up new characters, the old characters too, which is very different from past Hoyo games. And I there's so much to say, and I have to stop rambling, so I have to pass it on to someone else.
Does anyone here also play Zenless Zone Zero?
I know Rook started playing it.
I played Picross, dude.
Thank you for that submission, Obsidian.
I only play checkers.
Alright, this is chess. I hate you! And yeah, I've said this before, I don't hate Zenless, but it's a game I would rather watch as a show as opposed to play as a game.
Fair enough.
So, okay, with that out of the way, I know you have been edging. Smug, if you want to talk about Divinity, the floor is yours.
Okay, so here's the thing about Divinity, right? The Divinity series is sort of the red-headed stepchild, ironically. Now, Larian Studios, which it shouldn't be because it is their own game. Shut up. You know what I'm talking. Dick. So pretty much, back when I believe the game came out, Divinity, or there's Divinity, right? And then there is Divinity Original Sin. Divinity, the OG series, was more like their action RPGs, right? Divinity 2 came out in 2012. It's a really fun action RPG. Everybody should play it. You can right now. It's on Steam for like $20, so not a big deal. But then they came out with Original Sin, and it was like a CRPG, isometric thing. And then they came out with a sequel. The sequel was so complex and so great that I wish it would have won Game of the Year back in 2017. And that's why I'm so happy with Baldur's Gate 3. But the thing is that for the longest time, Divinity Original Sin 2 had a massive, overarching mystery that was never solved. That, man, there is, an apocalypse coming, and, different, world eaters are coming to our world because there are gods, right? In Divinity Original Sin 2, I'm sorry, this is going to turn into a lore video, my bad. The gods are real in Divinity Original Sin 2. They choose, their own champions. And you're one of them, right? The people in your other party are also chosen of different gods. So it comes to a point where it's so you guys are either going to have to kill each other or something, because you all can't exist. Kind of like Highlander, right? You can eventually avoid this fate, but that's not the quote-unquote true canon ending. The difference between Divinity and Baldur's Gate is a lot more light-hearted, heroic, It's more the Marvel to Divinity's DC, if that makes sense.
Or I guess fantasy, the Game of Thrones to Baldur's Gate's Lord of the Rings or something.
Yeah, sort of. It's it's sort of like that. So imagine my appreciation that they come out with this trailer and they let us know, by the way, Divinity is still going to be Divinity. It's going to be dark. It's going to be gross. It's going to be just really justifying the M rating, right? Because what we saw was a sacrifice that is supposed to stave off one of the dark gods. It did not, because that guy was a chosen. You can't sacrifice chosen, because that earns the ire of the gods, and they apparently opened the void to use that sacrifice to call forth archdemons and such. Lovely. So now we have to deal with the apocalypse. It's that the people of Rivlon, because at the end of OG2, right, a lot of the gods, if not all of them, are dead. So people of Rivlon stopped worshipping the dead gods, and they're like, well, if we don't have gods anymore, we don't have to live by a moral code anymore, right? So just start committing sins upon sins upon sins, because we don't have to pay for them anymore. Which causes something known as the Hellstone to be created from that sacrifice, which was the remnants of the gods, and the source, which is pretty much the magic system here. There's returning an 8th god, and that's the god of chaos, and he's going to be the main villain, which was hinted at a lot in Original Sin 2. So, I feel like I'm boring everybody, and I'm so sorry.
No, I'm listening.
No, you're fine.
No.
I'm listening.
Hey, We said go. Hey, we said pop off.
Yeah,
Get
I'm
popping.
so sorry.
I let you
Guess
go
we'll
for
be
this specific because I felt like you
I
had a
mean-
lot to say. Go, keep going.
Lie.
Yeah.
There's a canceled spin-off of Original Sin 2 because the canceled that canceled game, the canon ending of Original Sin 2 was Lucian, a character who was powerless, who people murder, right? And that's what is known as the Original Sin. Because they killed an innocent man, right, who was powerless. So sacrificing Lucian, who is in that picture, that's why he has the crown on, that's known as the Iron Crown, was the last step in calling forth the God of Chaos. And we don't have much to go on right now. But those are my theories currently. It's like, that's Lucian that they're burning. And they committed the last, unforgivable, the original sin. They repeated it, and that called forth the God of Chaos.
Okay.
So, I don't have much to go on right now because that is just a cinematic trailer, and I know there's probably gonna be some lore nerd in the comments that's like, no, she's wrong, but whatever.
So, you like Divinity?
I love Divinity, bro. I will fill the rest of this podcast for another 2 hours talking about this entire series.
I will say one thing, Smug, which actually does kind of make this quite like a sweet ending for what you mentioned. You mentioned like you really wanted Divinity's Original Sin 2 to win like Game of the Year in 2017. Obviously, it didn't win then because that's when Breath of the Wild won. But then Baldur's Gate 3 comes out, same year as Tears of the Kingdom, and
you can't imagine the smile I had on my face when that game was cleaning house. It's the point is, gods are dead, the people of Riverlone turned against the divine, and they killed the one person they shouldn't have, and that called forth the God of Chaos, which is going to destroy the world. And guess what? Guess who has to clean this mess up? Unchosen.
We do.
Guess what's cleaning
You know what I said it there? That would have been a much better ending to the Wicker Man.
Hey, ask me what happened to the dragons in this series.
What happened to the dragons in this series?
What happened to the dragons?
Yeah, that's another 3-hour discussion.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay. So, you good with that,
Yeah.
or do you want to keep going?
Right now, because I don't want to take up too much more time.
Okay.
Yeah, and the trailer for Divinity was so gruesome.
Oh yeah, they
What's
were
the point?
like
Yeah.
it's a rarity in this day and age to see a trailer that's taking full extent of its M rating.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't just
Yeah.
it wasn't just a guy being burned alive. It was blood, gore, guts, and sex. There was
Yeah.
an orgy going
There
on
were-
there, and a guy whipping
That's the
himself.
thing, is that
Even just before,
the actual
even like the pre-trailer bit and like the actual stage, like they had actors in that like fucking flying around on ropes like they're being tossed about by demons and shit, like the red lady. And everything.
the chaos god. Yeah, he literally smashing people.
And hell, even
Because
just
I
like the
guarantee you-
build up to the ARG stuff with like the statues.
Yeah, because I guarantee you, if the chaos god's coming back, he's bringing his army, and those are gonna be night airfield. Imagine the
Oh,
dark
boy.
spawn on like 12 different types of meth. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Oh dear God.
Although in this case, I guess it's the opposite.
Dear, there's more. No.
But yeah, I could literally go for, like, obviously I'm giving a very brief surface view. That's the surface view of stuff. I can go into it deeper and explain and get deeper into it. And that would probably dissuade some people from being douchebags in the comments, but it'll be okay.
People are gonna be douchebags either.
Uh,
People are gonna be douchebags for me saying I don't really care about Sonic racing Crosswheels Transformed all that much. But
I said the Mario Kart should won Best OST. I'm gonna get death threats for that.
I have a Switch.
Anyway.
I have a Switch
Anyway,
too, okay?
Anyway, lighter news. Rolf is my spirit animal. He knows about Tomodachi life.
Cool, man. So okay.
Yeah.
Now
We had to mention the Muppets at
all right,
some
so
point.
you guys had your tangents, and now I want to take this time to give off my own little tangent. with the fact of Genshin Impact being nominated for the player's voice. So
Again.
I just want to first off,
Here's your soapbox, dude.
I just want to take a moment to talk to Genshin fans seriously. No malice, no ill intent, none of that. Because much like the three of you that are still playing this game, I assume pity is the only thing that is making you happy to continue listening to this podcast. But for real, Genshin Impact got nominated for player voice after 5 years of the game coming out. In the past, they even managed to beat Sonic Frontiers, which is impressive with their reward being about, half a 10 pull on a slot machine for winning, while Sonic fans got free DLC update with a better ending than the original game as a consolation prize. Okay. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh.
The same year.
Okay, maybe I'm being a bit harsh. As there's plenty to love about Genshin Impact, and it's a very popular game with tons of collaborations. Unfortunately, all of them are not available outside of China, so I can't actually say anything praiseworthy being overseas. But they did have one. They did have one noteworthy collab, which was the Horizon collab on PlayStation. And I think a lot of people would have assumed it would have been something like Breath of the Wild, considering what this game ripped off, but much like the Switch port, Nintendo didn't want anything to do with this game.
Yep.
Yeah, but it is fitting that Horizon collabed with Genshin, though, as both have a lot in common, you know? They're both open-world games, they have enemies to fight, and are being dropped on PlayStation for Astrobot and Ghost of Yotei. This gacha game is capable of entertaining a 5-year-old on PlayStation who has yet to find out Infamous 1 and 2 exists. But really, Genshin Horizon collabing is definitely not a one-of-a-kind event, like one character, one weapon, both delivered in mail, and that's it. A game that encourages you to gamble for multiple copies of a character and their weapons to get most out of their gameplay, and they give you a fraction of that as a promotion for another franchise. What's next? A collab with Destiny 2 that's just a voicemail you paid $80 for? But, I know. It's still a feat for Genshin against its competition, and no other popular game in the genre seems to be doing something like that. I mean, Nikkei's collab with Nier Automata, Chainsaw Man, ReZero, Evangelion, Stellar Blade, and most recently Resident Evil. Honkai Star Rail collaborated with Fate Stay Night and gave 2 characters permanent banners to max out on copies to. Punisher Great Raven collabed with Nier Automata as well. Blackrock Shooter and Devil May Cry, a game series that they not only ripped off, but Capcom actually let them use their 2 characters, veterans for the veterans of the series actually love. Meanwhile, a majority of Genshin Impact's collabs have been in China, and China only, with one of the only other collabs in the US has gotten is with McDonald's.
Global fans of Genshin Impact have gotten cucked harder than Sneeko at a Diddy freak-off with his girlfriend.
Sozo.
We have a guest.
Do we have a guest?
Hi.
You're gonna have to give me a moment. My mom's calling you right now. BRB.
Okay.
But
Anyway, Sozo, you're saying?
yeah, but I know. That's just ancient history, right? That's ancient history in the eyes of the fans. I understand. And so, let's turn our attention to the more recent events, such as Genshin losing out to Wuthering Waves at the Game Awards this year. And while I'm sure Genshin fans are celebrating over their half a 10 pull again this year for being nominated, Wuthering Waves fans have as a victory a full 10 word for winning the award, followed by another 10 word for a next update, followed by a quality of life combat update that supports all characters in the game since day 1, a new location to explore with the story, a bike they can unlock and use to traverse the open world, to which this includes, with the patch, tracks and opportunities to explore in new ways while pulling off trick shots, a collab with Sega that seems to include Sonic, Shadow, Persona 3, and 5 decals, an MP3 player that lets you listen to in-game music outside of default while writing, a scanner that detects multiple treasure chests in the open world and collect them all at once on a bike instead of getting off to find them individually, autopilot to let you watch the scenery and not just drive anywhere, and allowing a character of your choice that you like to ride backseat with you, which is already going to do wonders for the Rule 34 artist to begin with. And all of that releasing on Christmas Day. So to Genshin fans, I hope you enjoy your bountiful rewards, much like the animators enjoyed the bountiful rewards of the Warner Bros. Discovery merger. Honestly, I used to enjoy this game. I was a major fan of it, and I loved it admittingly. When it released, it was one of the highlights of such a depressing point in time for me and so many others. Genshin Impact at a time was there for me when I was locked away from everyone with nowhere to go. And now, anytime I look back, anytime I think back to the days when I played Genshin Impact, I realize that all of that kind of sound like Stockholm Syndrome the more I think about it. And that concludes my roast.
Damn.
I'd like to point out that even with it getting nominated all the time, Genshin's not only won that award once, and every time that game comes up on it, it kind of makes me realize, maybe Jeff has the right idea with having a jury of people who are actually in the industry pick the games, because can you imagine if the voting was done just by the players?
Yep.
So I'll
That'd be
head
even more
this off.
predictable.
I'll head off one comment, right? That I made probably during my thing because I didn't go deeper into it. Just for 2 seconds, right? Original Sin of Divinity was when gods created mortal races just to be a continual power source for their divine engines, okay? So they pretty much use humans as cattle. That's what the original Sin is. The first one, okay? There.
Yeah, okay.
Oh!
Wow. But I gotta really talk, genuinely.
Sorry.
No, it's perfectly fine, but just bottom of my heart. That whole thing was, that was that. This is at bottom of my heart, genuinely asking the people, not the people who just started playing, not the people who picked up a year ago or something. No, I'm talking to the people who, much like me...
The day owners.
No. I'm talking to the people who, much like me, played Genshin Impact in 2020, and unlike me, are still playing it to this day, and are genuinely, I have to ask you, do you actually really, genuinely like the game? And, no, you might have misheard me. I'm not talking about whether or not you play free-to-play. I'm not talking about whether or not you have sunk cost fallacy. I'm not even talking about whether or not you think the characters are hot. I'm asking you, to this day, after playing it for 5 years, if you actually do think that the game is fun. Because I gotta be real here. After 5 years of playing... I'll even argue more than that with Honkai Impact 3rd, with playing a lot of what MiHoYo has to offer. With Honkai Impact 3rd, Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, and Zenless Zone Zero, and either being disinterested or feeling like I got fucked over in the intelligence department, with Genshin Impact actively pretty much admitting that what me and many other people wanted for the game years ago was never going to come to the game, and followed by Honkai Star Rail adding in a character that was a limited time 5-star that had a global passive that forever changed the game because the character had a fucking revive buff that worked even if they weren't in the goddamn party. And next to that, their fucking writing for the Honkai Star Rail collab was being fucking dog shit, and it spit in the face to actual Kinoko Natsu, the creator of Fate. And Zenless Zone Zero, a game that, while I didn't necessarily have all that many problems with, was a game that just left me kind of just wanting to watch it instead of actually playing it. And I have to say this from the bottom of my heart, I don't give a fuck about this company anymore. I don't care about this company anymore. This has nothing to do with Wuthering Waves. This has nothing to do with Kuro Games. I just do not give a fuck about this company anymore. I am sick and tired of seeing how many characters are fuckable in Genshin Impact and Zenless Zone Zero and Honkai Star Rail. I am sick to death of Genshin fans trying to suck their own dicks every time this game gets nominated and potentially wins at the Game Awards. I am sick to death of the amount of Rule 34 that keeps getting shoved in my face because this game is fucking boring as shit. I am sick to death of people acting like every time the game adds in a new feature or a new location, like an island, like an archipelago every summer, and keeps removing it every fucking patch, that it's a good thing, and because ultimately, hey, it's a present for those people who are just sticking with the game day to day, instead of being just what Honkai Star Rail and even fucking Zenless Zone Zero does, which is adding any new content like new locations as a permanent fucking banner and a permanent fucking event So that way, anybody who just jumps into the game can just enjoy it at their own leisure. I am sick to fucking death of the amount of copium this goddamn fandom has over the years. I'm sick to death of hearing stories like, oh, this famous game introduced as brand new character, and so there's gonna be this no-name anonymous fucking fan who is sending pictures of dead cats they're beating up just anonymously online. I'm sick to fucking death of every time the terrible bald white man gets some level of attention with either Honkai Star Rail or Zenless or fucking Genshin Impact. All of a sudden he's the devil for the next month. I'm sick to fucking death of Genshin Impact. I'm sick to death of Honkai Star Rail. I'm sick to death of Hoyoverse. I'm sick to death of fucking Mihoyo. I'm sick to death of this goddamn fucking fandom. I want these games to die. I want these games to stop being shoved in my face, and I want these fucking addicts to move the fuck on to something that is not financially destroying their goddamn lives. Because when I'm hearing stories like a wife and her husband are having money problems because their husband wants to roll their life savings on this fucking one anime character that's never going to return their fucking feelings, I'm about to lose my fucking mind and blow my brains out in Minecraft. I'm sick to death of everything around this fucking game. I'm sick to death of the pissing contests they have with fucking their own games and even fucking Wuthering Waves. I am sick to fucking death of everything around it, and I just want these people to shut the fuck up for more than 5 minutes at a time and actually move on to something that treats your time, your energy, and your goddamn money better.
Like Limbus Company?
Or Identity 5?
Or Nikkei.
Oh, fucking.
Yeah.
I will kill it.
Also, I'm just gonna say after that, you do not get to tell Piki to take a fucking breath again.
Because she does not have the talking stick, so it's okay.
She doesn't have the talking stick.
Yeah,
You should,
but
you
yeah,
should
no,
that so you could upload
Limbus
like a
Company.
10-minute separate section of that. Just
I play Limbus
separately,
Company.
then you-
I don't care about it.
get everything out your system, man.
Yeah.
Wuthering Waves is having an update.
So,
like
Expedition
Christmas.
3.
Go play.
Like,
I don't play.
like,
I don't play
if
gacha.
anything, Limbus Company is better than Genshin at anything Hoyo.
A lot
Because
of games.
at least-
I think that's
yeah.
what Sozo was
Breath
saying.
of the
I think
Wild
that's.
and Tears
Yeah.
of the
I think that
Kingdom
was.
are better than Genshin.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a director that uses a fucking VTuber model.
We have voice actors in every game that have a VTuber model, which I want to put this out there. If people are thinking that ultimately, oh, because I'm throwing shade at Hoyoverse, that means I have to hate everything. Much like with Smug, no, I just hate the fucking people up top making it. Look, if you are, I will extend an olive branch. If you are an actor with a VTuber model or just an actor with a streaming content that is playing this game because, hey, you're in it and you want to hear your voice or whatever, you want to appeal to your fans, I don't blame you. If you are a developer that works at Mihoyo or any of its departments and whatnot, and you work on the modeling or whatever, you're probably limited at what you can say and what you can actually do, and so I don't blame you. But as an entire market, entire cabinet of CEOs and a fucking Fortune $500 billion company, I have lost all faith and hope for them.
Mm.
You leave that billion-dollar corporation alone.
Thank you, Pirate
Yeah,
Software.
that's just how it is.
Pirate Software. So, is there anything
Yarr.
else we want to talk about?
Because there is probably, honestly.
Because
I mean, I
I
kind of
want
felt
to
like
just
a.
address I just want to address one final thing I absolutely did forget because I was gushing about the lore for too much. Yeah, I don't. It's going to be insane that Divinity is finally going to have a massive budget on the size of Baldur's Gate 3. And I can't wait to see that because they said this is going to be even bigger than Baldur's Gate 3, and that game was massive.
True.
So it's gonna be
Was
cool.
Baldur's Gate 3 a high budget? Was Baldur's Gate 3 a high budget game?
Well, just because it's high budget game doesn't mean that they had funding. They didn't have funding, but it was a high budget game.
Aye, fair enough.
Yeah, just because it was high
I mean,
budget
I
didn't mean
guess-
they had funding.
Yep. I guess like if there's one thing I can mention there, this is kind of should have been mentioned a while ago probably, but blah blah blah, best performance. They either need to get more slots for that, or just don't nominate 3 actors from the same fucking game, because that's taking the piss a bit.
Yeah, I don't know why so many of the fucking slots were just filled up with, hey, this is Expedition 33 actors. Like, at the very least, like, look, Ben Starr. Yeah. Okay, dude was in Hades too. Couldn't you just give him an award for his performance in that?
Hades too, yeah.
Yeah. Like hell, the guy in the main character in Mafia: The Old Country, that guy played him in both English and fucking Italian flawlessly because he's bilingual. Like that's worthy of some recognition, you ask me. Yeah. Also, like Majima, Yakuza, blah blah blah.
Also, Obsidian, it's not confirmed, but people say that
Baldur's Gate 3. Like all the voice actors for Olympus Company have got to get a good thing for performance because oh my god, they are so good.
My sister in Crash, you gotta learn not to interrupt people.
Yeah, the Korean. I swear to God, Koreans are.
I think she's hearing like every other word you're saying, dude.
Anyway, Smug is one that says it's like 100 million.
Yeah, it's not confirmed, but it's
yeah.
Thought to be around like the 100 million, like 80 million mark.
I looked that up. Yeah, like does seem about right for it because fucking Expedition 33, you can make a small budget go far by best being clever with it.
Yeah,
that was like 10 million.
10 million, wasn't it? Yeah.
10, 15 million, something like that.
Better than
500.
Better than 500 million, isn't that right, Concord?
I don't know. You tell me, GTA 6 with your 2 billion budget, allegedly.
Jeez.
And that's why we're delaying it again for a fucking third time. It's going to be coming in 2056.
I hear traffic calling my name.
I'm coming, traffic.
I think that's what every NPC in GTA says.
Star, you joined. Did you have anything you wanted to say regarding the Game Awards?
I think. Wait.
Are you at the mic?
Oh no, they're. Like they're still being.
Shout out to Moist Critical for winning Content Creator of the Year.
Critical, like Content Creator of the Year, and also actor.
Oh
in,
yeah,
baby. Did you ever see his reaction to that? He literally just stared at the screen blank. I was like, oh my gosh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now he's got another high to ride on outside of that one dude who was passing the water in Hunger Games.
And the bad guy from Dispatch. Don't forget that.
Those of you who don't know, I played a particular character as the Bat in Dispatch. I know it's a role that transformed the entirety of the voice acting industry, and it's a role that even saved people's lives. One person even told me that this cured cancer.
Those speeches.
I don't think they understood what cancer is, but glad they liked it.
I don't think they understood what cancer is, but I'm glad that they liked it.
Okay, thanks.
I'm looking through their categories just now, but I think we covered most of our bases there.
Yeah. Okay. You
Jeff
know what?
Jeff kind of staff Team Cherry, I guess.
There was also, I guess we talked a little bit about it, but there was also the Muppets, which.
Oh yeah, like the implication that this he's cheating on Kermit with Jeff Keighley.
Oh yeah, Uma Musume won an award.
Uma Musume won mobile game.
Good for it.
Best mobile game. And the thing is, afterwards, you want to know what Peter did?
Sonic Rumble.
Peter fucking made a post about Uma Musume showing Silent Suzuka, the horse girl, with a badly broken like graphic blood. It basically an image that basically violated Cygame's terms of service.
It's PETA. I don't think they care.
Yeah,
I've never known Japanese lawyers.
Also, don't make lewd art of these horses, or the Yakuza will literally cut your fingers off.
Go ahead, call the Yakuza. You can't unload the horses.
Also, he's trying to play face with fucking Nintendo before. These guys do not give a shit.
Can't have comeback arts. So I'm like, and people are saying like, Tokai Teo exists.
Yeah. So I mean, there's quite a bit we could talk about, but how about considering how much of the nothing event this was. How about we talk about what we didn't get in the fucking Game Awards this year? How about we talk more about that?
Half-Life 3.
Well, to be fair,
I'm
that
surprised
might get an
Dispatch
action,
hasn't
but we'll have
won
to
an
wait and see.
award.
That got nominated for like Player's Voice, I think, but I think that's because that was like also quite a late release. That was like October to November, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Basically no new fighting game stuff outside of like 2XKO, right?
Yeah, I think that was about all that came up.
Yeah, like I mean, just going down the predictions. Smug, outside of Divinity, had a new 3D Sonic game, Hi-Fi Rush sequel, and the Avatar fighting game trailer.
None of those.
Yeah, like the Avatar Legends, the fighting game has been a thing that's like had closed beta testing for a bit now, and
It's really cool.
Yeah, we've seen some footage of it, and Max playing it. It's actually really cool.
Yeah, do you want to get a list up, Sozo, just of like everyone's predictions?
yeah. I got a list. So
He's got a little list.
Arashi predicted he got more wireframe, so there's that. He predicted the Onimusha release date and a live service AI game, which I don't know if we want to count the fucking pod racing game that Star Wars is doing.
There was the fucking, it wasn't AI, but like as far as we can tell, but the hero shooter they closed it out on, which we can talk about if we want to, but I don't think we want to. That's gonna like serve as adjacent.
That's just Concord 2. Let's be real here.
Yeah,
it's gonna last as long probably.
I just love how much he hyped it up.
Yeah, and like,
I like how,
and people were like, imagine if that was switched with Mega Man or Divinity, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Divinity, like Mega Man would have been a good surprise there with how it was hyped up.
Well, I think because of how much you hyped the statue monolith up, that Divinity should have been the end of the show.
Yeah, and also it's just like, look, I get, you know, like the creators of Titanfall is a good indication, like, oh wow, like people who made Titanfall, we're getting their game from them. But dude, like I'm gonna be real, it does just look like Apex. It looks like Valorant.
Nobody gives a
It looks like it looks so.
It's not like an 80. It's like 80. It's like
basically
8-1 dislikes, basically.
Yeah, I don't.
Also, I got 1.5 for the Invincible one. Go figure.
If I had to guess, it's going to be the equivalent of what Battleborn was to Overwatch, where it's like, this is a good game. It's a shame Overwatch is just overshadowing it. Whereas, like, this game comes out, I guess it's a good game, but I would rather play Marvel Rivals.
Yeah. Anyway, I got Mega Man, obviously. That's why I said like a Mr.
Yeah.
One third at a time.
Yeah, and then
you know it's technically a half, but
P4
shut up.
remake info and the Virtua Fighter 6 trailer. And
and obviously none of those
Invincible
happened.
versus update, which we got that.
2 out of 4, baby. I guess.
And I got nothing.
Yeah, you wanted a Okami sequel info, you wanted a new DMC, you wanted a new Hades Hollow Knight, which I can talk about that. Honestly, like Okami sequel info, I feel like it's way too early in the game to see anything, because the last time we saw anything regarding like Okami, it wasn't like with Mega Man where we saw gameplay footage. It was literally just an announcement, a teaser, and that's it. So that's been a year. I would imagine maybe 2 or 3 years down the line after this, possibly we could get more info.
Because like Kamiya's team that's working on it, it's not that big. It's like basically like I think 30 people right now.
Yeah, I imagine they'll probably hire more. But and then there's also new DMC, which
definitely. Like as of right now, like this.
I'm gonna be real. I think it's still a little too early for a new DMC. I mean, like they waited. They held on DMC 5 for a long while. So if there is a new DMC, I would imagine maybe by the maybe latter end of the 2020s, maybe early 2030s, something like that. And Hades Hollow Knight DLC. Yeah. Look, if Hades 2 gets a fucking DLC, I would be surprised. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
PKI predictions for Kirby Air Riders DLC, Shikari.
I can have said that was gonna happen,
Tale sequel.
Yeah, because it said on the Kirby Direct that the game's finished. There will be no deal.
Yeah, imagine that, releasing a game that's content complete at launch. What a fucking concept.
Yeah. And
Hey, Sakurai's word is law.
Well, that's
No one
because
doesn't like Sakurai.
That's because Sakurai. Yeah, that's because Sakurai now has to grab his baseball bat and start beating the Nintendo execs, begging him to do Smash 6. Like, get back. Get back. I said no.
And there's also Slime Rancher and anything Project Moon, which if I recall, Project Moon, I think I think it's the people who did Ori, right?
It's guys who did Laboratory Corporation and Library
Runa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
and Limbus Company apparently.
Moon Studios and Xbox Games, the people who make Ori as opposed to Project Moon.
I'll be honest, I thought I was going to mix up a French toast as well.
What's next? A collab featuring Type Moon? Anyway.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking of like fucking... Anyway.
Yeah. Ash had Helldivers 2 update, Blatcher update, and P5 collab. Which I will just say this, there was no information whatsoever about Wuthering Waves having like a fucking collab with Persona or anything like that, so that wouldn't have counted. And I
would say you're a bit
adjacent.
Yeah, you're a bit too late about the Blatcher update. There was one with Vampire Survivors, but that was way before the awards.
Yeah. I had, and these were more or less like thinking of like stuff that just more or less been the talk of or had been coming out recently or just been rumored or had more or less kind of just stuff that had been in the works. Like Marvel Tokon announcement, which is a fighting game that the internet's losing their shit over. A JSR Crazy Taxi remake, just either showing commercials or an announcement of that. Tango Gamework new project, and my thought process there was, I mean, they had an update where they were changing their publisher to Craft, and I was like, you know what? What if that's to, like, at the very least, either Tango or Crafton showing a actual, like, new game or something like that. Yeah. There's also the GTA 6 delay announcement, which, come on, that's almost expected at this point. They're gonna delay it again.
Fun.
It's inevitable.
That'd have been funny.
If they announced they were gonna delay it like before there, that'd been funny, honestly.
Yeah. Fighters 2020. Imagine if they held the delay for just this instead of announcing it prior. But Fighters coming out with a 2026 DLC update. Considering that they're coming out with DLC in 2026, I figured, hey, this would be a good time to announce, like, hey, we got more, and that was just a taste. There's also Sonic Racing DLC announcement, which we didn't even get any of that, which I kind of felt was weird considering that was nominated for the Game Awards. Like, and it would have...
I guess it's because, like, the other DLC, I guess because, like, the other free characters haven't released yet, because they're, like, they've been announced up to, like, February and that, so would it be a bit pointless to reveal them, like, you know, this far in advance, I guess?
I have a working theory in that Sonic's Racing's next DLC or later down the line is going to be Wuthering Waves because of the collab that they're having with that game currently. Considering that
doubting that just because, like, maybe for like a season 2 if they're doing like paid stuff, but they've said like all the free ones are like
right
Sega franchise or Sega related.
Right down the line, but I feel like just right here or anything, or just their next ones immediately, but I feel like down the line that is probably going to happen. I mean, we'll explain why why the game is adding in like a bike and even a character that's full on Jet Set Radio. It's like, yeah, and especially with the fact that they're having decals be Sega collabs, it's just like I feel like Sega's going to be doing something along the lines of a collab with them down the line. Yeah. And there's also this was something I was really hoping for. I was banking on was an NSR 2 trailer and possible release date because I didn't. The only way I heard about it was I heard like the developer simultaneously posted on Blue Sky. I didn't even realize that game was in the making. And I would have loved to see a No Straight Roads 2 trailer at there, just to get more attention and word out about that game. Also,
I mean, if it's not ready to be shown off, yeah, it's not ready to be shown off. So
maybe, but
Yeah.
I don't know. They could have just shown the trailer
Oh,
that they
yeah.
did. But I don't know. I really want that game to succeed. Also, speaking of games to succeed, Abyss X Zero, like they have been talking pretty big about how much progress the game has been coming on. They won an award earlier this year at an event at Sydney. They like it's just I don't know. This is another game where I feel like it really should take off, and they've also been announcing that possibly the estimate of where they feel comfortable with is 2027. So it's just like, hey, if we get an Abyss X Zero trailer, that will get more people just actually wishlisting it. I predicted to do a nice Abyss update because, well, it's new and that game needs fucking optimization out the ass right now. Like it's in a bad spot. And I just, out of curiosity, I said, hey, can we get a new Type Moon and French Bread game? Because I hadn't heard from those guys in a while. I went to their trailer and found out, no, they're updating their newest Under Night game, so... Yeah, it's kind of weird that we didn't get a trailer for that. But yeah, it's just, like Arashi said, it did just feel like a nothing burger a lot. It's like there was... I mean, yeah, sure, it was like there's cheese in the burger, but it's just cheese. It's like I don't know, I just kind of expected, like, more to be shown at this event this year. It just I don't know, to bring it back to what I was talking about earlier, legitimately, where it's like, I don't know, I feel like giving it one more shot. Like I just don't think that, I don't know, if this is how it's gonna be next year as well, I just really don't feel like we need to get together and watch it as much anymore.
Like,
or at the very least,
But it was funny.
Yeah,
It was fun.
Yeah, at the very least, I
I
will
get to
say,
hang out with people.
yeah, okay. At very least, I will say this: like, we can get together and watch it, but if it's like this next year, I'm not going to record it, and we're not going to make a podcast episode on it.
Alrighty.
yeah, because like honestly, I think beyond anything, there's one thing that's always fun to do with the Game Awards: roast the shit out of it before and after.
Hell yeah.
Bring back the two Muppets who were roasting the shit out of the Game Awards. They were funny.
No, but
Just
it's
like
like
that.
funny because they
We
make
make
fun of
that joke.
Joe.
You know what? Hell, you know what? Next year, just get the Muppets to host the whole thing and that. Just have Jeff be like their punching bag throughout it.
Jeff is just sitting there, like, Drake watching the Super Bowl, pissed off that Kendrick got his space, and they're just pissed off these two fucking socks on arms fucking replaced me.
They have way more charisma.
Like he's just no, he's just like chained. He's just like wrapped up and tied up in the basement.
This like sounds like a skill issue there, my boy.
He's bringing out like a Muppet version of Jeff.
Hey, at least he'd be funny.
Oh yeah, Phantom Blade Zero as well. That game looked cool as shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's taken. Yeah, that's all I've got. It looks
I
cool.
was surprised at? I don't think we saw. It's surprising to me. I don't think we saw a single commercial for Fortnite.
Yeah.
I don't think so. No. Huh.
Well, no, we did.
I don't
That's
know.
weird.
It would have been, I feel like
I
that
think
would have
they
been up there considering what they're collaborating with right now. I think it's The Simpsons.
They
I
might have shown off
show
like
a little snippet of it, yeah.
they might have shown it off in like the Amazon Luna trailer or something, like in one of the snippet
I
reels,
feel like
but
it's more of an Amazon
not like a dedicated
Luna
one.
trailer. But I don't know. It just
yeah, not nothing dedicated. I don't think. Huh. It's weird.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Lenny Kravitz is going to be in the new 007 game, I guess.
Woo.
Woo.
It's not the first time Bond has fought somebody. Not the first time Bond's fought a black guy as his main villain, so that's something.
Yeah, diversity for this series from the 1960s.
Well, yeah.
That was in the 70s as well. It was like a bunch of voodoo guys he fought.
Yeah.
I feel like Die's a weird movie, but I like it.
We did. Oh, here's something we didn't get that I know Smug really wanted. Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer.
Yeah, I've kind of just accepted that that's never coming until part 3 is finished.
Actually, you know what? There's one as well. We never got like. Well, okay, to be fair, I think it'd be a bit early for it, but I think some of us predicted like a part 3 trailer as well or something, huh?
We're probably gonna get that like next year at Summer Games Fest.
That's another
that,
thing
like,
too. Is
okay,
like,
you know what? You know what? Actually, I'm gonna say, like, considering it's the anniversary for Sonic and Persona next year, I think like at least Summer Games Fest or Sega doing like their own Sonic Central, to announce stuff for it. I think we're gonna get like, if we didn't get them here, that's the next thing we expect to get them, assuming you don't just like shadow drop announcements for them in like a State of Play or a Nintendo Direct or whatever.
I know. Okay, look, Persona 4 remake being delayed for 2026, and it's the anniversary for Persona next year. I'm fine with, but I'm just gonna say this right now. If they do not fucking announce Persona 6 as a teaser next year, it's just like, Atlas, what are you doing?
It's the 30th anniversary, guys. Like, you can literally just show off a teaser for it. Like, do what you did for Persona 5 when it got teased.
Yeah,
You're a slave, want
that's exactly
emancipation,
what I'm
or something
thinking
like
of.
that.
And it's just like, dude, the last time you guys did a fucking anniversary, you stiffed your fucking Western audience. Hey, here's a record player that costs a shit ton of money with vinyls that also cost a shit ton of money. What does Japan get? Oh, they get ice cream and they get theater performances and whatnot.
Hell, you know what? I'm just gonna say, last like decade anniversary. You know what you did? You released Persona 5.
Yeah.
It's been 10 years, guys. Come on.
Like, at the very least, I will say, like, Persona 4 being the newest, the 30th anniversary collab and bundle, or not collab, but 30th anniversary bundle and whatnot, I think that can work. But seriously, like, bro, I'm done with Persona, and I'm pissed.
Like, at this point, it's just announce something. It's more so just it's exasperation at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, more like desperation at this point.
Yoko Taro announces a
Waka waka.
Nier Metaphor collab.
Like, not to announce like every. Yeah, not to announce like a Drakengard remake. That'd be something.
I'm trying to figure out. It's just like, is there anything that we really else want to talk about? I know there's stuff we missed, but it's just like, is there anything that we really want to talk about at this point?
Not really that I can think of.
Yeah, like, be honest. How much do we have to say about games for accessibility?
They're accessible.
Yeah.
And that's it.
They're games.
Battlefield 6, good audio design. Apparently.
Better than Black Ops 7.
Well, yeah, you can say that about a lot of things, like Sonic 06, probably.
Better than Sonic 05. Sonic 05
Well,
did
that Shadow the
that
Hedgehog, that's just well, that Shadow the Hedgehog, that's just objectively wrong.
That came out in
Oh no, Sonic Rush as well.
That
Okay.
came out in 04, technically.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Shadow came out in 05, you liar.
No, 2004. Let's gaslight the audience.
My favorite Sonic game from 2004. My favorite game from 2003, Sonic Adventure.
Yeah, again, just chuck it up to like, I'm scraping at straws here. It's just like, I just don't really know what else we could talk about.
Arknight unveiled getting a global release date with Run Republic.
The song was nice.
Yes.
That's about all I got.
Yeah, I heard bits and pieces of it.
I'll be honest, when I went to bed and I woke up, I realized, wow, I did not miss too much. Yeah. I'm glad I can skip through this.
Fine. The only thing I remember running my memory is the 7 Deadly Sins game.
Oh.
I'm also just like that. I'm also just like, I'm guessing your face crinkling up in disgust, right?
Like, look. I will say this, if you are a fan of Deadly Sins and you've only seen the first season, like, okay, yeah, that's fine. I get where the love comes from.
The first season still has a lot of problems.
It does, but isolated.
Yeah, I've only seen the first season.
Yeah, isolated. I will say this to you: isolated. It's a fun, just series. It's mindless. Everything else is
until you get to the band stuff.
It's the One Punch Man problem of they wanted to make this an actual like shonen series because afterwards they make Gother out to be someone who brainwashes a girl into loving him and actually borderline being a rapist. While Escanor, I think, is one of the better characters, he is in love with a girl whose true form is a child. And not a like, oh well, not even like, oh well, she's like 24 and she's got a problem. No, like they're going for the 1,000-year-old like witch kind of lolly problem. Meliodas is confirmed to the girl that he's apparently in love with is a reincarnation, and every time he is essentially meant to be with her, and they treat her like treat him like a child groomer. Bon is in love with a little girl and is a pedophile. And the girl who was kind of in love with him tries to have sex with his daughter, or his son. Like, this is what I'm talking about, though, and this is why Seven Deadly Sins irks me as much, is just, like, if you had stopped at Season 1, nobody, I think, really would have had that much to complain about. But the fact that they continued on to give us what we got is just, like, why? If nothing else, don't go play the new Seven Deadly Sins game. Don't go watch the rest of Seven Deadly Sins. If you stopped at Season 1, keep it that way. It's the same with One Punch Man. If you stopped at Season 1, fucking keep it that way.
The most about Seven Deadly Sins is the abridged series.
That's fine.
Yeah, Season 1 is like, hold on, let me remember. Like, shit, who was it? What was the name? Like, that's the same season where Eskimo died? Or was that
no, the first season was the season where, like, one, it had the really good animation, but two, they were introducing characters like Meliodas, Deanne, Bon, King, like, they were...
Oh, well, in that case, I did see Season 1 and 2.
Yeah, Season 2...
The last episode I remember was when they all fell down. I think Bon and that Fairy Queen had kids, too. That's all I can remember.
Yeah, it's like, I would have given the excuse of it being, like, mindless fun and everything if it wasn't for the fact of just how fucking depraved the creator wants to make this series. Like, it really leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at what you just said. I'm so sorry.
Could have fooled me.
No,
because I was expecting, that's not the only thing that left a bad taste in people's mouths.
Wow.
I know what you are.
Fucking perfect.
I'll edit that in later, probably.
I know what you are.
Yeah. But, yeah, at this point, I think it might be good to wrap up.
Yeah.
Alright.
Everybody's probably really tired, aren't they?
And besides, like,
I mean, for me,
Two
I'm
in
still
the
good. I'm still good
fucking
to hang
morning.
out, but I mean, I'm still good to hang out like later.
So I'm divinity out.
But yeah, I feel like, hang on.
If you want to learn more, go buy the games now on Steam.
Yeah, we've been
Jeff,
going at this point for about 2 hours. I think this is a good enough place to call it. Like,
already.
You see,
Jeff,
this is why you give us more to talk about, because we've run out of things to talk about half an hour ago, and we had to fill up half an hour talking about one game in Genshin.
Yeah, okay, so to be fair, Star, do you have, like, anything you really wanted to add, or?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, and here's the thing, it's noticed... I think that it just kind of adds to the whole thing of this year's Game Awards, where it's just like, what we kind of talked about and everything, it's just like,
it didn't relate for the most part.
Yeah, and it's just...
yeah, be honest, like, I came in, like, by the time I came in, they started to miss Piggy a bit. Did I really miss anything of value before that?
Not really. Like, a couple things, but that's it. It's the same with when Obsidian left. It's like, you missed a couple of things, noteworthy things, but that's kind of it.
Hey, so I just noticed, so that's a solo edition.
Granted, Star, the one thing I missed is the one thing I would have been excited about, but, you know...
Hey, Smug, you're also aware that Photoshop exists, right? I could literally just go in and just fucking edit that.
I noticed that the entire time, but I was just gonna be like, you know what? I don't want to say anything because Sozo's already having hard enough time getting this all going.
I am in the Rube Goldberg of technical issues.
Yeah, that's the last thing I want to bring up. Is, hey, Sozo, You pulled up the wrong asset.
Where did the scouter come from? Why don't you just say that as well?
Oh, this is valid.
Oh man.
What is the scouter say about this power level?
It's 1006.
It's over that.
Wait, really?
Yeah, kick his ass.
Nope, wait.
Arms don't bend that way. Arms don't bend that way. Oh god, now they do.
You're glad I bird.
Right.
I don't know. I'm really hoping next year.
Man, this is.
I had the scatter upside down.
Nikki's a weird game.
It's over 9,000.
Oh, we didn't. I guess Maximilian Dude did show up for Capcom announcement. That was cool.
Yeah, he did.
He
Wait, the Resident Evil one?
Yeah,
I thought it was familiar.
There was like a Capcom sale. He showed up for that one. They had the actress who played Leia Dimitrescu. And I was curious, so I looked in the actual stream, and when the commercial was showing for the sale, he's just like, all right, I'm gonna be right back, and everyone was just like, oh my god, wait, Max, how are you in the TV? Get him out of the TV! Why? Oh my god!
She said, I'll be right back, and then he appears on the TV.
I'm back.
Yeah.
What happened? What did I miss? Yeah. And you brought up, I remember, you brought up Summer Games Fest earlier. That's another point where it's just like, why do they have it?
It's basically meant to
Because
be the
E3 doesn't exist.
Yeah, because
Like,
E3 no longer exists.
Award show, like gaming award show at that time frame, in theory anyway.
Well, here's a question. Why do we have video game reveals at the award show that matter more than the awards?
Exactly, that's... Because, the Oscars doesn't have trailers for every new upcoming film that takes up half the runtime.
It's mainly just who was the best actor in their ranked opinions.
Yeah, because, even just with it there, in the Game Awards, you have to rush through so many of the fucking categories, just back-to-back, best fighting game, best action game, best indie game, there's 5 of them to get an actual damn, I feel like they get any weight or, respect thrown at them.
Yeah, I remember one of the years, it was the year Hi-Fi Rush went in, they had a entire showcase for best audio design, and this year they just kind of skid right past it.
Yeah,
they only had 5 ones that got the showcase, right? Of
we
each
were
game.
We were here for the pre-show, and it's how many awards you would think, oh, they should have probably saved that for the actual show, and they were just blasting past them.
Yeah.
It's kind of disrespectful, honestly.
Yeah, I'm pretty
just
sure,
you got the Lester Award.
I think it was the one year we were talking over somebody's actual, speech. It was the developer of Larian, who, when I went back and watched it, I realized, he was actually, bringing up a lot of the criticisms and points about the Game Awards, and how they don't give the actual, people on stage enough time to get everything they need to say. It's
please wrap it up, etc.
Look, just because you're ripping off the Oscars doesn't mean you need to have them, have the people who won awards you don't have to give them the shaft.
Yeah, unless you're Christopher Judge and you stand up there for 15 minutes and you're like, oh my gosh, how long is this guy gonna talk?
just have a cane. Just have a cane show up right out of stage and then just drag him out.
It's dude, your voice, your voice sounds really cool, or else I would have clocked out 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, honestly, I think the best description.
I want to hear Christopher Judge read an audiobook.
Christopher Judge reads the Bible.
Christopher Judge reads Goodnight Moon.
Honestly, you know what? Here's what I'll say. For the most part, if you want a summary of how the Game Awards went, there's this one picture of Takashi Iizuka in the audience looking like he's sleeping. I mean, Crossroads didn't win, so why the fuck was he there?
Hell, the actress who was in Silent Hill F didn't win, and she just dipped.
She didn't even show up, I think.
She didn't.
I don't think she was there.
She didn't even show up. It's just
two of the actors. I don't think her or Charlie Cox was there.
Yeah, because the thing is that when they were showing the voice actor thing, they had everybody's little camera lit up, and then there was just one black square, and I was like, oh boy, somebody didn't show up.
I think Charlie Cox was like that as well, or just a still picture of him. Which, he said, I don't know why they gave me this.
And also
Yeah, because,
Erica
I
Ishii
mean-
was just eating popcorn.
It's crazy that you
Wait.
nominated Ben Starr for like 4 different roles.
Yeah,
And he won both.
Ben Starr has been in a number of things this year, and you went with the one game you are sucking the dick of Game Awards. It's just like,
It's like you could have
Like, we
you
should-
could have
we need,
opened that
like-
envelope and lied,
said-
bro, and nobody in every way would have believed you. It's freaking Ben Starr.
Like
you could have at
I
least
said,
just
I said before, they need to put a fucking
You
cap
could-
on like how many categories one game can get nominated in. Because
Yeah.
13 is fucking ridiculous. 3 of them in the same category.
Like, at least if you're going to rig it so that even no matter how many games they're in, it's always a different game every category. So if like, for example, what do you think is going to be the game next year? It's like, oh, it's going to be Booty Fighter 7. All right. And then Booty Fighter 7 shows up for 50 different categories and whatnot. Like, have Booty Fighter 7 win one category and then move on to other games that are alongside it and have it win an award. Like, at least mixing it up a bit would make it feel like it's not as rigged.
Yeah, I feel like
Jeff was
it
fucking
would be a
Steven, he
lot.
couldn't be nominated for best strategy
Yeah,
game.
yeah, the thing is, I feel like it would be a lot easier, and I know we're trying to wrap things up, so I apologize. I feel like it would be a lot easier if we had, like, okay, if you make it to the actual main stage Game of the Year awards, you should probably only be nominated for 1 or 2 other categories, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And make sure that the categories are relevant for that game.
Bell, yeah. Yeah, like, because, I mean, DK did that to his family game, but he could have easily been, like, direction or soundtrack as well or something.
At this point, I'm actually surprised there aren't, like, more categories for other games, considering how more popular other games are getting, like, best roguelike awards or whatnot, because those games are actually popping out left and right, like, or best...
Well, those would have just been thrown into the pre-show and been disrespected, so...
Or just, how about, hey,
basically,
best 2D game, like...
Probably 9 Souls? Can we talk about the crying that game just walked away with nothing?
That come out
Yeah, I felt the same thing with Dispatch too.
Not this year.
Right?
It didn't come. Yeah, it didn't come out this year. No, but yeah, 9 Souls is a freaking masterpiece.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Especially when you're jumping into the lasers.
Yeah, I was about to say, cause like I was playing like Hollow Knight like the other month or so. Marie joins the call, and it's just looking at me delving into the like fucking vat of acid constantly, and she's like, "Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?" Because it's funny. Because it annoys you. And she's just
I see why people like this game.
It's just like, literally, I wrote on fucking Steam, it was just like, I jumped in the vat of acid just for my own self-enjoyment, and my friend got pissed off. So yeah, 11 out of 10, this is a great game.
Damn, all those souls wasted.
Alright, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, that's pretty much, I guess, I don't know. I feel like switching over to Wuthering Waves after my tangent, after my roast session, and overall just like fucking 5-year-old grudge of Genshin. Like, I might have killed some time with that.
That was not a roast
I'm
session.
just playing Wumbus. I just like Wumbus Company.
Oh, that's right, man.
Yeah, right. I Russian style overcharge it.
There you go.
It smells delicious.
I'm just gonna listen to Metroid Prime 4's OST because that's really good.
Yeah, and honestly, like I feel like that needs to give more credit where it's due, because like a lot of games and music really deserves, I feel like really should deserve more attention, because honestly, like, bro, again, I'm so pissed off that Shinichiro Watanabe didn't get a spot for best soundtrack, because that fucking music
so unfair.
is so good. Like, hell, that's the only reason why I would buy Ghost of Yotei to begin with, is just to listen to that music.
Yeah.
Damn.
You know you have YouTube, right?
It's not the same! It's not the same!
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, but still.
It should have been Watanabe! Not her! It's not fair!
Oh no, the horror.
But yeah, that's... I think
I'm
that's
annoyed.
gonna do it.
I'm a Mario Kart fan,
guess,
man. I
don't know.
sympathize.
If you guys want to log off and plug everything before I close the recording, you can.
Oh, hey. So yeah. Anyways, go subscribe to my channel, PK Plays. I do like mediocre stuff. You might have seen me from the fact that how I did World Execute Me as like Olympus Company boss battle, which was the song that got Millions and Project Moon together in the first place.
Damn. Just
And I did not know I completed a cycle.
Go check out Divinity and new Mega Man game. Yes, when it comes
In
out.
2 years.
Yeah.
What you want to do? Okay, so
Well-
what you want to do, everyone, is what you want to do is get into a like a refrigerator and like seal yourself in the Arctic and come out when it's 2 years later, only to be unthawed 3,000 years in the future, realizing you missed your mistake.
You really are now.
So like that one SpongeBob episode. Dang it.
Thank
Or,
you,
you know,
Bruce.
just all of
So-
Futurama.
Thank you, Mr.
I
Campbell.
don't
let me- And
Oh,
can I
speak-
say? I'm sorry. You go first, Smug.
No, it's okay. I was just gonna say, so I don't speak on like my quote-unquote professional life a lot, but guys, I really might have to end up doing GTA 6, and I'm not looking forward to that. So have fun with that, and I'll send you my suffering when it's done.
Oh god.
Look, if they
Next
force you,
year.
if they force you to play it, just be honest. Honestly, at this point, like.
It's not really a job. I'm like freelance,
Literally
so
just
it's
like
whatever.
review. What can I say about Grand Theft Auto 6? Send review.
Big.
It should have been delayed another
I'm
year.
gonna go.
Big.
'Cause,
9
yeah.
out of 10.
Anyways,
Yeah.
that's my first time on a podcast.
Dude.
So yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty much.
Right.
You already know links in the description and everything. So yeah, this has been the Autumn Colors podcast and everything. And I'll see you all and in the next one. So take care. Peace.
Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Bye.
Later.
Played Entertainment Rage Bound.